Oh, oh, hey there, everybody! My
Oh,
internet decided that
hi.
today we can actually have a stream. So sorry about last week, but there's nothing you can do about it when your internet just decides to not be internet anymore.
Decides
Um,
to crap.
yeah, it decides to become crap, dare we say. Um, but yes, hello, welcome back. It's been like a whole month since we've had a
Yeah,
chat.
man,
Well,
been a while.
chatting with Doug. We did chat sessions without you, Doug.
How could you do it without me?
With Walter and
We
Malcolm.
did, and we had fun, and the
Mm-hmm.
people said, "Don't bring Doug back." Nah, 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 nah.
Okay, but then you wouldn't get Chaplin.
Oh,
No
hey,
me, no
Chaplin.
Chaplin.
Oh. All right. Well, what if you just walk away and just leave Chaplin there? No.
Okay, that sounds good. Go over the rules, Chaplin. Keep him company.
Well, thank you all so much. I see we're already at level 4 of a hype train. Holy cow, level 4. Thank you so much. Like Doug is saying, though, we do want to get to the rules because it has been a couple of weeks, so I think we might need to make sure we all are cool with that before we jump into some of these hard-hitting questions that I'm sure you all have for us. First and foremost,
All Mario casting related, I'm sure.
First and foremost, we're giving priority to bit messages since that is some real world money spent. If you highlight a message, we cannot guarantee that we are going to read it. Sometimes we do have time for highlighted messages at the end of stream, but I probably think that we won't today just because there is already a large queue of questions. In that vein, please do not repeat the same questions over and over and over again or say the same thing. You can get timed out or even banned if you are going to keep doing it. Don't worry, I do have a list of all the questions, so sometimes we can get up to like 45 minutes behind. It is in a list. We will get to it. Do not worry, okay? Please keep your questions short and to the point because we tend to lose the point when the questions are so long. And also, we do have so many of these to see and look through. Please, no spoilers in chat or in the questions. There's some recent stuff that may have come out, like the What If episode, that people haven't had a chance to watch. So watch out with spoilers for that.
Still on? I didn't even.
What if you don't
Yeah.
spoil it?
Yeah, what if you didn't
What if
spoil
you
it?
don't watch it?
Also, you might want to check to make sure someone else hasn't asked the question that you have queued up. We don't want to answer 5 million questions about the Mario casting or Doug's vacation. So, like, maybe make sure someone else hasn't answered the question because if someone else already answered it, asked it, we're probably just going to be like, oh, we already answered that. Sorry, moving on. So,
Also, keep them short. There's already a couple books being written here.
Yep.
So yeah, just try your best to keep the questions short too.
All right. Cool. Awesome. I think that's it then. Let's jump right in. Yeah. Flutter Guy, thank you for the 100 bits. Hey, Doug, glad you're back. Few quick questions, so we're going to have to rapid fire. How was your vacation?
Good.
Have you watched Shang-Chi?
Yes.
Matrix Resurrections trailer. Thoughts?
Looks good.
Did you see the PlayStation showcase?
No.
And for the love of God, please do more top 11s. We've missed them.
Okay.
That Disney nerd, thank you for the 100 bits. Hello, you fantastic trio of all-knowing humans. That is not me, but thank
That
you.
is not. I mean,
It is
yes,
me.
that's us.
I just put on a really good shtick, like I'm a moron.
How you doing?
It's a really good shtick.
Good. I'm a moron.
I know, guys. Thank you for the 50 bits. What's the schedule for Nostalgia-ween this year? You don't have to reveal.
Keep
We're
it.
just. It's gonna be like real life, so we're actually just doing Nostalgia Critic Christmas early. We're gonna start it in October, so.
Good. So like
probably
just like
nothing
Nightmare.
spooky, just Christmas stuff. So Nightmare Before Christmas, and then just all Christmas related. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. Have you seen the first 3 episodes of Doom Patrol Season 3? And if so, thoughts?
Yes!
Hell
Oh my
yeah.
god, I even saw the 4th one today.
It's so good.
God,
Oh, I
man.
haven't seen the
Gosh,
4th
around
one
that
yet.
time.
I saw the first 3.
It has one of my favorite lines. I guess I won't ruin it, but there's just one where Cliff's talking to this like doctor online or a therapist online. I forget who she is, and just her response to all of it is one of the funniest things I ever heard. I won't ruin
Those two,
so.
the two male ghost detectives,
Oh yeah, I guess that's a real comic. That's why I love the show.
Yeah,
It's
no,
like
he
comic that
had
nobody
my
heard
favorite
of.
line
It's
is when they're
like
just
him.
like, yo, I can still hear you, and he's like, oh no.
I have got to watch it still, but
Oh, so
I
good,
can't
so
wait.
good.
I know, guys. Thank you for the 50 bits. For Rob, we know how Doug feels about the Mario cast. My question is, how do you feel about the Mario cast?
I could care less. This is like one of those stories that just almost instantly I'm like, God, people are making a way bigger deal of this than I ever thought. We don't know what style this is going for,
That's what I was
so
saying.
because I'm just like, if all you need to do is a Mario impression, then that could be anybody. Yes, I know they didn't get the original guy, but I mean, it's pretty much all you got to do is woohoo, a yee. If he's doing something else, and I don't know, would not be my first choice. But having no idea what this is gonna be, I don't know. And I've seen some things like, well, it's got to be an Italian American actor because I'm like, this is a terrible Italian stereotype put upon us by the Japanese to begin with. I don't think respect is really like high up on there. So I don't know. The whole thing's just kind of weird. I don't care. We'll see. And if he sucks, and we'll it'll blow. But not knowing what direction they're going in, I don't care.
Yeah, I'm waiting for a trailer.
Yeah. Show me the trailer, then I'll get back to you.
D-Town, thank you for the 50 bits. What is your favorite horror movie? Mine is Poltergeist.
The original Haunting is my favorite.
Yeah, I guess if that counts as horror. The Exorcist is really good too.
It doesn't? What? How can it not?
Well, I don't know what some people think horror has to be like,
Gory or whatever.
gore. And,
I would disagree with
being
that.
chased
Yeah,
by serial
come on.
killers and yeah.
Danny R, thank you for the 50 bits. Yes, it's the International Walker Brothers Hour of Power.
2 hours.
2 hours, yeah.
I have the power.
2 hours.
Yeah.
Alexander, thank you for the 50 bits. Hi, Doug. I mentioned this to Rob a few weeks ago, but there is a new show on Hulu starring Steve Martin and Martin Short called Only Murderers in the Building. I highly recommend it. It's some of their funniest material in years.
You know, it's funny. I make this mistake all the time too. It's only murders in the building.
Oh, then
I always thought it was murderers. Yeah, same, but it's murders.
They typed
yeah,
it right. My dyslexic brain read it wrong, so.
No, I do
Me
that
mistake.
too, like, all the time. I keep reading murders.
It's almost like we're both dyslexic, Doug.
Yeah, weird. Yeah, I like it. You know, it's a little bit more relaxed, which I like. I'm not gonna act like every joke works, but there's kind of a charm to that too. Like they're very old school, and it's kind of in this relaxing building. It's during fall, but it's about a murder, so I dig it. I like it. I'm enjoying it quite a bit.
Hold on, really, really quickly. Luke the Boss says, I can confidently say Chris Pratt probably can't do a good Italian accent. Mario doesn't have a good Italian
Right,
accent.
like Chris Martinet does, but that's fine.
It's so weird, the arguments people are making.
I know, guys. Thank you for the 50 bits. Hey, Doug, what is your opinion on Gumball both getting a movie and a sequel show? Also, have you seen the latest Cobra Kai Season 4 trailer?
I saw the latest one. Yeah, and I did finish season 3. It was better than I thought. I still don't think it was great, but it was all right. No, I didn't know it was doing a movie. That's really cool. I should watch more of the show. I keep saying, oh, I'll watch more, and I never do, so I'll try to get around to more of that.
Energy Czar, thank you for the 50 bits. If a giant meteor struck Chicago and you were forced to move, would you want to live in New York City or Los Angeles or some other third place? And why?
Oh God, neither of those garbage cities, please.
No,
Seattle. I go up to Seattle.
You know, since it's the first time I vacationed somewhere where I said I could live here. I don't think I ever will, but I loved Edinburgh so much.
Edinburgh's
that is just like, I went there, I just felt home.
Edinburgh's like what Hogwarts is. Like the whole city just feels like something out of Hogwarts
Alley
or
is like, but
Diagon Alley.
But the attitude is really kind of cynical and fun too. Everyone kind of has like a
because they're Scottish.
Yeah, and I love the history. I love the castles everywhere, but there's still a lot of modern shit that I love too. I absolutely loved it.
Sailor Aaron, thank you so much for gifting those 5 subs. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Today is the last day of September, so if you're interested in gifting those subs or subbing to us for the first time, it's 20% off. Last day today. Farkface, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug, did you get my email about the movie or not seen it yet?
I guess not. I went through a ton of emails when I got back, so I'll have to look at them again.
I know, guys, thank you for the 50 bits. Do you think Kate McKinnon would be a good voice for Lola Bunny if the Looney Tunes show comes back and if Kristen Wiig isn't available?
I mean, that's a lot of ifs. I don't think they're bringing it back. But sure, she's very funny. Why not?
Joxcab, thank you for the 50 bits. The Holy Thursday Trinity is back together again. How goes it today?
It goes well. Thank
Good.
you.
That Disney Nerd, thank you for the 100 bits. Okay, for those of you who have seen episode 8 of What If, what did you think? All I have to say is, wow, what an episode.
Which one is episode 8?
That's the
I'm
latest
assuming
one.
The newest one.
The
Oh,
newest
I
one.
haven't seen the latest one.
Yeah, I haven't either.
I mean, I liked it. I don't want to go obviously into spoilers. I don't think it's the strongest episode yet, and it's obviously leading into the season finale next week. Because they left it at a cliffhanger, but I am interested to see where it goes, but I don't think it's been the strongest one yet. I know, guys, thank you for the 50 bits. Will you ever review Fury Vengeance, a Brendan Fraser film that acts like a comedy?
I'm gonna assume
Furry.
that's Furry Vengeance.
Probably.
I wouldn't say.
Sorry,
I've
my
had
dyslexic
people-
brain.
No, I've had people. It makes me feel like better. I typed in Fury Vengeance. I've had people recommend it before. I haven't seen it. Maybe because so many people recommend it. We'll see. I should
Danny
put 'em.
R, thank you for the 50 bits. In honor of Norm, would you be willing to do a Norm career dive or at least review the movie Dirty Works?
Man, the
love
career
Dirty
dives just dive. Man, I
Yeah.
really named that well.
They- They die more than Norm on stage.
they die more than actual Norm. It's I know. Oh, too soon. He wouldn't have made that joke.
Of course he would have made that joke.
And Dirty Work. I will say I have to see it again because there was a long time I did not like Norm Macdonald. I didn't get him. I didn't understand him. Now I do. I love the shit out of him. I'm like, oh no.
When I texted you, that was the first thing you replied back with, no, just when I started understanding his
Yeah.
humor.
The one joke I was gonna make, I decided not to, but there's this YouTube channel that posts a ton of Norm stuff, all these compilations. Like this person knows everything about Norm Macdonald clearly, and it's titled "I'm Not Norm." So obviously,
Oh,
this
yeah.
person was told, "Oh, you must be Norm Macdonald." Nobody would post this much so consistently and stuff. But he's just a really big fan, and after he died, I just wanted to put a link to the channel and say, "Oh, I guess it wasn't Norm." I feel like that'd be like kind of a Norm joke, but yeah, because he's still posting stuff and everything, and they're good videos. If you want to check out why he's so funny and why he was such a great troll and everything, that's a really, really good channel to check out.
Joxcab, thank you so much for gifting that sub to M12G. Appreciate that. King of Autumn, thank you so much for that 24-month subscription. Welcome back. Appreciate that. 2 heckin' years. Flame Reaper Man, thank you for the 50 bits. In the Mulan review, you didn't mention the stuff involving the concentration camps or the actress of Mulan supporting of Hong Kong police. Was that intentional or due to lack of knowledge?
I did hear about it. I try not to bring politics too much in. Like the big thing I always go after is whoever the president of the United States is. I always feel like that's an open target. Whoever it is, I'm always going to make fun of whoever has that position. Everything else, I try to step back from. Maybe I'll do a light jab, but I'm also an idiot when it comes to politics too. So I'm not going to throw my hat in when I can't make like super strong arguments or pretend I know every single side or all the layers to it and stuff. So yeah, it's just something I'm not getting involved in. It's not like we're lacking people that aren't going to get involved.
We generally review the movie,
Yeah.
and that's kind of outside the realm of the plot of that movie and things like
Yeah.
that. So I don't know.
It's kind of like saying, why don't you talk about Johnny Depp and Amber Heard? It's like, I don't know. That's their shit. I'm just talking about the movie.
Taylor with Ty, thank you for the 100 bits. Did you guys see the casting for the new animated Super Mario Brothers movie?
Yes.
Yes, we did. And I just think it's pretty milquetoast. Like, if you would have picked the most inoffensive cast to ever cast, that's what you would have
Yeah.
picked.
It looks like one of those SNL sketches or something. Where they
Yeah,
kick off
actually.
the guys, Super Mario Brothers with Chris Pratt as Mario and Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong. Like, that's what it feels like, but at the same time, we have no. I find it weird that it seems like everybody's okay except for Chris Pratt, where you draw the line, and I'm like, really? Like, none of that cast looked all that interesting.
Frameiser, thank you for the 50 bits. Universal Japan announced a Donkey Kong expansion to Nintendo World. What Nintendo franchise do you guys want to be made into a ride? I want Zelda. I don't know how, but I know it would be awesome.
Zelda and Metroid.
Broken Land. Yeah, actually, either of those would be pretty damn good. Yeah, Zelda or Metroid.
Energy Czar, thank you for the 50 bits. Have you guys ever considered having individual channels rather than having all the content on the Channel Awesome YouTube channel? One for Tamara, one for Rob, one for old Twitch streams, etc.
We talked about it. The platform keeps changing so much with YouTube. Where we actually were getting one ready, we were shooting like extra videos and stuff like that, and then it didn't look like it was a good idea, so we pulled the plug on it. But again, it depends how much changes. We could right now. It doesn't make sense to do, but down the line, I mean, everything changes at YouTube so quickly, like we don't know. But as one of the reasons it's nice to have Twitch, like we can try sort of different stuff here too.
Alan, thank you for the 100 bits. Hey Doug, would you ever review any of the Scream movies for Nostalgiaween?
Maybe. I never got that into them. Like they're all right. They're fine. But I'm trying to review movies that I have a real passion to talk about, whether I passionately love them or hate them or whatever. Just I really, really want to talk about. And Scream never grabbed me that much.
Anu, thank you for the 60 bits. Hello to this day of glory and victory where we find out how Heather and Rob are doing, and Doug too, I guess, maybe. Nah, I'm kidding. How are you guys?
I like this questionnaire already.
I like them already.
I know, guys, thank you for the 50 bits. Considering that Thanksgiving is coming, I think it's finally time that you review Freebirds.
Oh, I forgot about that movie.
Doug, play Freebirds.
Maybe? No. I just realized I think I have all the November movies planned. I can't find one that's worth giving up. So probably not. Maybe next year.
Turtle Power, thank you for the 50 bits. Sorry, excuse me. Hey Doug, I hope you enjoyed your holiday. With the release of No Time to Die coming up, I'm wondering if you've ever thought about reviewing any of the Bond movies, or even doing a Bond movie month.
It's funny. I like James Bond. That's another one I never got super passionate about. I don't even think I've seen all the movies. There's some I really like. I really like Golden and the Timothy Dalton era ones, and that includes GoldenEye because that was gonna be a Timothy Dalton movie. I really do like, and I do like the newer Bond movies. So I haven't seen the last one.
Outside of early Connery, I feel like the two Dalton films and then the first two Brosnan films is the best run Bond has had. Those were just 4 super solid movies.
Yeah.
And I don't think the Moore ones had something like the Craig ones. Some are really good, but they're still all over the map. But that one little chunk was like so perfect.
Yeah.
Alexander, thank you for the 50 bits. Hi, Doug and Rob. Several weeks ago, I watched Neil Gaiman's Good Omens and absolutely loved it. It was hilarious, imaginative, and acted remarkably. I can't recommend it more if you haven't seen it. It really feels like something you both would enjoy.
I thought it was good. I didn't get into it quite as much as I thought I would, and I normally love Neil Gaiman stuff, but I did enjoy it. Yeah, I don't know. There was something. Sometimes things just don't click with me, and there's nothing wrong with that series. So
I should watch it. I haven't seen it. It looked good. I should check it out.
It's 2 great British actors hamming it up. You can't go wrong.
I know, guys. Thank you for the 50 bits. Will you ever review the second Scary Godmother film, The Revenge of Jimmy?
Again, I don't think I have much of a passion for it. I'm glad I saw the first one just to say, okay, I finally saw this. Cause I always saw it at the rental store. I heard people talk about it, but yeah, I didn't get like super into it.
I know, guys. Thank you for the 50 bits. Will you review that plus the many Saints of Newark, The Sopranos prequel? Also, will Dune be a sibling rivalry?
Well, I did just get an invite to it. A screening.
I want to see Dune real bad.
Yeah,
and bad. I want to see the Saints one. It's just finding time. I literally have 2 cons coming up, man. So it's finding time is going to be really, really tricky. So I don't know. Maybe at some point I'll try to watch on HBO Max. I don't think I'll be able to get to the theater, but I will do my best because I do like Sopranos.
Raymiser, thank you for the 50 bits. After seeing the reviews for Dear Evan Hansen, I see a future NC review, assuming you can get that past copyright.
Yeah, that might be tricky. You know, it's funny because Brad saw it and he's like, "Oh, it's bad, but it's not Cats bad," and that's what I was looking for. And he's like, "No, it's not bad. It's not Cats," and that was weirdly kind of a letdown. It's weird when a bad movie's not as bad as you want it to be. But
I
I
want it to be hilariously awful.
Yeah,
Something that really sticks out.
I am still curious to check it out though, just to because who knows, I might see it and be like, "Oh my god, what's he talking about? This is insane! I love how crazy this is." So I'll still check it out at some point.
Flame Reaper Man, thank you for the 50 bits. I love your first viewings, though one first viewing we sadly never saw was The Pest. Unfortunate considering how crazy it is.
Oh, that was just me watching that one. That's why, yeah. I mean, I'll give it away. It was just me doing this most of the time. A lot of the impressions.
Jockscab, thank you for the 50 bits. We've heard Doug and Heather's thoughts on this during Kingdom Hearts 3 last week. So, Rob, what are your thoughts on the new Mario movie casting?
There's casting for the new Mario movie?
Yeah, I know. You never would have known
Really
that.
later.
I don't. Again, it doesn't look great, but at the same time, I'm like, everybody's thumping on Chris Pratt in particular for some reason. That whole lineup just looks bizarre. So I don't get it.
Danny R, thank you for the 50 bits. What is the real deal with Mr. Burns' assistant Smithers? You know what we mean.
What do you think?
As you can see, he's his assistant, and he likes working at his job.
Yes. I love you. In those colors. Who am I kidding? The boathouse was the time.
Adam Gunther, thank you for the 50 bits. Have you considered reviewing Birds of Prey? Would be a great opportunity to bring back the Menonists to represent the side of people who hated it just for having female leads.
Oh, you know, it's so funny. I thought of the show when you said that, because I remember that old show, and I'm like, oh, the movie, yeah. I was thinking about doing it for like a freak show cinema. I think that'd be fun because it is a pretty freaky, weird movie. When I saw it the first time, you know, it was Harley Quinn and the Birds of Prey, Harley Quinn that kept switching around and stuff. I was kind of like okay to it. I was glad I saw it.
Harley
But when
Quinn with special guest stars, the Birds of
yeah.
Prey.
But when I watched it again, and I was just like, you know, just don't care, have a good time. I really did. I had a really, really good time. So, yeah, it is a movie I want to talk about. I'll probably do a freak show cinema on it.
That Disney nerd, thank you for the 100 bits. Will you guys ever review Brother Bear? I know you're pretty split about it, Doug.
I mean, I did Disney-cember. I think that's pretty good.
Brother Bear.
Al-
all I remember.
Alex the Animator, thank you for the 50 bits. So, Doug, why was there no Nostalgia Critic review this week?
I got sick before I left for the trip, and I had everything planned out. This is something I'm trying to get better at. I feel like I've gotten better, but there's just so much coming up with the cons and the trip and everything, where everything's planned out and nothing can go wrong. You know, just as long as everything goes exactly according to plan, it'll work. And a lot of times that works, but sometimes it doesn't. And that was it. I got sick and it threw everything off.
We also had a plan. Wasn't there a compilation, but then it got copyright claimed?
Yeah, well, so that's gonna go tomorrow, I think.
Oh, is it? Is it?
Well,
finally?
no. It's a different one.
Really?
It's another one that we had to wait out the copyright for.
We should just tell them what it was going to be so that they can be as disappointed as we
Yeah,
are.
no, it's going to be the Stephen King
Stephen
movies.
King, like all the Stephen King ones, but it kept getting copyright claimed.
Yeah.
Even though
No,
it's
and
all
what
stuff that's in
sucks-
the original review.
And here's the thing, if we send it in and then they're like, hey, these scenes you need to take out. We shouldn't have to, but whatever. We'll play by your bullshit rules. I do it, I take it out, I send it in. Then they're like, oh, now it's these 5 scenes. They keep adding them every single time we put it in. It doesn't make any sense because it's a bot. So it's like, why doesn't it just say all the scenes from the beginning? So it's super, super frustrating. So yeah, we're just doing the Disney remakes, which I think will still do well. I think we still want to
cash-strapped studios get their money.
And even then,
All
we got to
going broke.
Even then, we had to take out the Mulan song, the parody of "Make a Man Out of You," because my dad's orchestration was so good, it sounded too similar to it. And again, they're like, "Well, you got to wait, 2 months or whatever it is," and we're like, "Fuck, we'll just cut it out because we got to put something up." So Sorry, if you're missing that song, just watch the original.
Chorus, thank you for the 50 bits. He-Man CGI 2021. Forgive Doug, but it's better than 80s. It has a storyline, characters I love. Cringer, he's brave, but also a pacifist. He's made as a father figure to Adam. Skeletor is funny, but also competent, charismatic, and his plan works. I recommend the series to you. It changes a lot, but it keeps the core.
Okay, I saw the trailer. It looked very half and half. It looked like, okay, this might be a fun kid show, and then a lot of, what? You know, like those reactions, like modern day, clearly going to be dated in a week reactions. But a lot of it looked kind of good too. So yeah, if you say it's good, I will try my best to check it out. I already got so much to watch though.
Sailor Aaron, thank you for the 100 bits. Hello, you beautiful three. Guess what I'm watching for the first time ever? It's Cowboy Bebop. I'm really quite enjoying it. I'm on the Jupiter Jazz Part 2. So Heather and Rob, since Doug's favorite character is Edward, which member of the Cowboy Bebop crew is your favorite and why?
It changed over the years. I used to say Spike. I also really liked Ed and Nine, and now I gotta say it might be Jet. And it's probably just because I'm aging, and I'm just like, yeah, no, I see what this guy's all about now. Like he's the one responsible, and like all this shit happens. So, yeah, but I mean, they're all fantastic characters. It's really like picking your own children. So,
Right. I mean, if you put a gun to my head and had to make me choose, I think I'd pick Faye because she is such a perfect archetype of the femme fatale. And I've just always kind of appreciated the way that they weaved her story in. With
I also would have said Julia.
I love Vicious, honestly.
She's as noir as it gets. Really, in that show.
Well, Faye has such a good backstory too. If you're starting to watch it,
let's not give any of it away for this poor person watching.
Yeah, but it only gets better and better. That's all you need to know.
Yeah.
Energy Czar, thank you for the 50 bits. Did Doug and Rob ever watch the TV show House MD? How far did they get through it and favorite episodes?
I tried.
It was all right.
I have a weird problem because my wife really got into it. So how can you not like this show? And I grew up with Hugh Laurie on a show called Blackadder, where he acts as goofy as possible. He has this kind of voice the whole time. And he was always a comedian. So to see him do this American accent so slowly like this, like he's trying to fake an American accent, I couldn't do it. I was laughing too hard. I can't take him seriously.
I'm just gonna say it's not a very good American accent. Like there's some Brits that are it's flawless, like really flawless. The first time I heard him do it, I'm just like, oh,
but we know
things we sound like.
And he's like
everything
British,
is enunciated.
It's not only British, it's super British. So I think we have like that weird, like we grew up with it, so we can't listen to it. But I'm sure it's great.
I just found it kind of formulaic. It wasn't my thing. But I mean, I do love Hugh Laurie overall as an actor. The accent, wasn't quite doing it for me. I just don't know why he couldn't just have stayed British. But.
Turtle Power, thank you for the 50 bits. Hey, Doug and Rob, loved your new review of The Mask. It's a movie a lot of people have talked about before, but you were able to bring a new angle to it by placing it in its context, both in terms of the film/CGI history and Jim Carrey's career. I also love his movie Lemony Snicket. It'd be fascinating if you talked about that.
That's another one I might do a freak show cinema about. Yeah, I have a soft spot for that movie too. If I did that this year, it'd be a very Jim Carrey year, wouldn't it? I've talked a lot about his movies.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. What did you think of Shang-Chi, and did you find Awkwafina's character annoying? I loved Awkwafina's character. I thought she acted her butt off in that movie.
It's like, I've only seen her in one other thing, and that was the Raya movie. I thought about the same thing. Hit or miss, but I'm finding I have more and more respect for comedians that go bigger and just pray the director knows what they're doing, because they're just putting it all out there. They're not like, well, this has to work. They're not overthinking it. Which that's also great, but I don't know. There's more risk taking when you go big like that and hope somebody can edit in the best clips. I thought about half of it worked fine. I thought the movie was all right. I know everybody loves it. I think, it's kind of like I was talking about with some Disney cliches where some people are just getting sick of the formula. I think this is the same thing with me with the Marvel formula. This one just had the stuff I'm starting to get tired of, but it's still good. I'm not saying it's bad. I was just like, all right, do we have to do this again? Do we have to have this moment now? Do we have to yada yada? But I really like the villain. The villain especially, I thought was really, really good. But yeah, that was fine.
Kermit Wazowski, thank you so much for that 23-month subscription. Almost 2 heckin' years getting hyped for Nostalgiaween, and I'm gonna try like hell to get to one of the cons this year.
Oh, nice.
Sweet.
Thank you. Hope to see you
See you
there.
there.
I know, guys, thank you for the 50 bits. Have you guys seen the new Encanto trailer? Also, Rob, has Brad shown you Finding Jesus 2 yet?
No, and shut up about that.
There's another one. Yeah, it's funny because we were talking about Disney cliches. That's another one where it's like, I'm sure this is gonna be fine. I'm just so sick of you're not special at all. Well, maybe you have to search for your power, your special ability. Like, I'm just so sick of that. But I don't know. They do a good job. I'm sure it's gonna be great. I gotta just relax. It looks beautiful too. Just the visuals and everything look amazing.
Fish, thank you for the 50 bits. Hey guys, got to see Venom 2 last night, and by God, was it bonkers. If you see it this weekend, you're going to be in for the craziest hour and a half of your life. Also, there's only one after credit scene, so you don't have to hang around until the very end.
Yeah.
Sweet.
I saw it. Boy, is that funny. I thought it could be even more bonkers.
Oh, really?
Yeah, okay, let me put it. Woody Harrelson and Naomi Harris, they're great. They're having a blast. She's Shriek. I didn't know that. She's playing Shriek. She's having a blast. He's having a blast. But they don't do that much. Like, they get revenge on a couple people, and that's it. And it's like Carnage. It's like, man, go out, destroy the city. Remember Maximum Carnage? How cool that was? And he's like, I want to get revenge on, like, these 2 or 3 people. Like, oh, come on.
Doug, I think based on what I saw with the first film, I'm not sure they have the budget to go really completely nuts. Is part of it. Like,
I don't know.
that movie feels like the first movie felt like an early 2000s comic book movie where it's just like, we don't have
get it right.
money
It felt
for
like
this.
a 90s film.
Yeah,
This feels
like a
an early
90s
2000s film.
Yeah. Point being, like, it just has that feeling of like, we don't have the money for that.
I don't know.
so,
They
yeah.
could save it. They could do it at a later date. I don't know.
We might need to make sure that we are clipping along, just because I can already tell we're going to be really behind really soon. I know, guys, thank you for the 50 bits. Do you plan on checking out Belfast? To me, it seemed kind of like what Steven Spielberg might be doing with his upcoming autobiographical movie, having it take place in his childhood with different names for people in his life.
It's not a bad city if you're into the whole Irish thing. Or are you talking about something else?
I think they're talking about this trailer. I didn't even see this trailer. I haven't even heard of it, so I will check it out.
Alex the Animator, thank you for the 50 bits. Have any of you seen a movie called Searching for Bobby Fischer, which is based off the true story of real-life chess prodigy Josh Waitzkin? I think it's one of the best family films, and that is based on a true story.
I didn't know it's based on a true story.
Yeah, no, it was.
I remember really liking it.
Years ago, and I thought it was good, but like I haven't seen that movie in 20 years at least.
I remember it being really good, yeah.
Framizer, thank you for the 50 bits. Name a movie moment that makes you laugh, even though you know it's not really funny.
Shit, now my mind's going blank.
Yeah.
Maybe I can come back to it because I know we got a lot of questions.
Yeah.
One in a TV show, the Sonic one, just, hey, I'm over there. Like, it's just dumb. It makes no sense, but I always laugh at it.
Flame Reaper Man, thank you for the 50 bits. Welcome back, Doug. I asked the others about Infinity Train, so I wanted to ask you about what you know and if you could do vlog reviews of it.
I've seen up to the latest season. I saw like the first couple episodes of that. I haven't seen past that. I really like it. I wouldn't mind doing a video on it, honestly. But I do have to see the new one. So maybe at some point. Oh, in The Mask, when he's dying and he's saying all the dying phrases and like he farts and stuff, like it kills me. It absolutely kills me. And I know it's stupid as hell.
Same scene when he does the cough, and for some reason it's like some ASMR shit. It's really just being like, that always makes me laugh.
Alexander, thank you for the 50 bits. Hi, Doug and Rob. Did either of you watch the comedy special Adam Sandler 100% Fresh? It was released a few years ago, and I remember it being very funny as well as very nostalgic. There are many great original songs, but my favorite one that I remember is probably my friend Chris Farley, which was a real tearjerker. Highly recommend if you haven't seen it.
Yeah,
I've seen the clip of that. I have not seen the whole special.
I liked it. I don't like the way they edited it. It was a risk. I give them credit for trying something different. I didn't think it worked, but it's still a funny stand-up.
Dillbomb, thank you for the 50 bits. Thoughts on The Shawshank Redemption? In my opinion, it's a near-perfect film and probably the best Stephen King adaptation.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, I mean that's top 5 easily. I don't know if that's my favorite, but maybe top 3 easily. I'd
I
have to
like
think
it.
about that.
I have an issue with finding out who's guilty and not guilty. I really didn't like that. But everything else is pretty solid. Yeah, it is a really good movie.
Noff Noff, thank you so much for that 25-month subscription. Welcome back. My subiversary, y'all. And my Dark Toons recommendation to Doug, Tex Avery cartoon titled Who Killed Who?
Okay, I love Tex Avery. I don't know that one, though. I will look it up.
Antarui, sorry. Thank you for the 100 bits. Doug, there's an animated Christmas short film I have nostalgic memories of called Second Star to the Left, A Christmas Tale. The whole short is on YouTube, and I was wondering if you'd check it out to see if it's worth adding to your NC Christmas list.
What's it called one more time?
Second Star to the Left, A Christmas Tale.
Never heard of it. I'll check it out.
Flame Reaper Man, thank you for the 50 bits. Did Doug see Star Wars Visions?
No, I haven't yet. It sounds good.
Did.
I mean, they were saying it was good, so yeah, I want to check it out.
I all but one I liked, and I'd say 4 were really seriously good, and the rest were good, and then there was one I was like, bleh, but it's good.
Anu, thank you for the 60 bits. Sure, you guys have heard there's a Dirty Dancing 2. Would that be a future review?
I just see Dirty Dancing 1.
You've never seen Dirty Dancing?
Nope, terrible to reveal.
How did you get out of? I saw that before the 80s even ended somehow.
Yeah, I don't know. I should.
Lupin the Nerd, thank you for the 50 bits. Hi guys, hope you have a nice break last week. One of my 2 favorite movie experiences were Space Jam 2 and Suicide Squad. I say this because James Gunn, is currently writing a Wile E. Coyote movie where the plot is him suing the Acme company for all the malfunctioning through the year. What do you think about that?
No, that can't be real.
That can't
That
be
can't
real.
That'd be like my dream come true. That
would be.
real.
That's my dream movie if that's
Yeah.
the case. That'd be amazing. No, that can't be real. I don't believe you. Lies.
Yeah, I have not heard about that. Orlando Garcia, thank you for the 100 bits. Seeing how the Halloween season is more than upon us, might I recommend changing the bit notif alerts to scary godmother quotes like, "That's 1 vote for everyone, recount, that's 1 vote for everyone, recount." Actually, Orlando Garcia, we do have custom scare alerts that will be activated next week. So, yeah.
Okay, there is a thing saying he's writing it, but it was like back in December they were saying it. So there's no way. There is a Wile E. Coyote. Oh my gosh, is this real? Is this real?
I wouldn't get my hopes up, Doug.
Oh, I hope so. It sounds amazing. Oh my god, I would love that. Sorry, go ahead.
Here's open.
I know what, guys. Thank you for the 50 bits. Have you finished the Tangled series? Also, would you like to see Della Duck in more properties? The DuckTales reboot is her only animation role so far.
Maybe like animated shorts. I guess I don't know what you do with her, but like send her on adventures or something. Yeah, I'm I don't know, like 6 episodes into season 2. Season 2 is a lot more fun because they can leave and go places. So I'm liking it.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug, what if Tom Hiddleston Loki really makes the mask?
Oh, like he actually made the mask? I would also love to see James Gunn write that movie.
That Disney Nerd, thank you for the 100 bits. Of course, I know you can't get to it this year, but for your future Disney-cember, would you review the Big Hero 6 animated series?
I got a lot of shows already. We'll see. Ask me the following year.
Danny R, thank you for the 50 bits. How about them White Sox?
Hell yeah!
I don't know what you're talking about. As a Cubs fan, I have no idea what's going on with them.
As a Cubs fan, I suggest you go back to drinking because the Cubs have a bad case of rickets and there ain't any cure.
No, there really isn't. Listen. Queen Calificent, thank you for the 50 bits. My fiance is a casual fan. On last week's Kingdom Hearts stream, he asked, "Where's Heather?" I told him she's just not on camera. He said, "Aw, that's too bad. She's cute." Yeah, you don't want my face on a Doug stream. You know what I mean?
Yeah, get mine.
We don't need it.
Do you want to look at Doug's ugly mug the whole time?
You too.
No.
Flutter Guy, thank you for the 100 bits. Hey guys, what are your thoughts on the new band Daughtry? Or on the band Daughtry. They have a new album called Dearly Beloved that released a week or 2 ago that I've loved listening to and has surprisingly even inspired my writing. They're honestly among my favorite modern rock bands. Isn't that Chris Daughtry's band? Didn't he was on The Voice, maybe? I used to be super into American Idol and The Voice, and I know he got like 4th or 5th in one of those competitions. I'm pretty sure that's Chris Daughtry.
I'm not the one to ask.
I'm pretty sure that's his band.
You're probably right. I mean,
they're pretty
cool,
fine.
I was gonna say, looks cool. I don't know if I heard any music from him though.
You probably have, but like in the mid 2000s, he did like rock, like mid 2000s rock.
Oh, okay. I'll look him up again to remember.
Yeah. Alex the Animator, thank you for the 50 bits. Now that you're back, Doug, would you do a Nostalgia Critic review of A Kid in Aladdin's Palace, which is the sequel to A Kid in King Arthur's Court, which you previously reviewed back in 2009?
Man, that first one was rough enough.
I'd be tempted to do it just because that first one was so bad it gave us a lot of material.
Maybe for like a Disney-cember, because I think they're Disney films. That might be fun to do.
Chorus, thank you for the 50 bits. Which Craig Bond movies do you like? Which do you hate? Besides No Die, It's Too Early. My ranking is Skyfall, Spectre, Casino, Quantum.
Casino, Skyfall, Spectre. Quantum is my least favorite.
Yeah, Quantum is the worst.
Spectre I didn't see. I still have to see that one. I did really like Skyfall a lot.
Orlando Garcia, thank you for the 100 bits. Good to see you again, Doug. I just wanted to say the one thing that would make Tusk. Oh, I think they accidentally pressed enter.
Oh, no. A walrus.
What is it?
I think I'm just gonna have to find it later because it's buried. Sailor Aaron, thank you for the 100 bits. Do you have a favorite moment or episode from Cowboy Bebop? For me, it's Session 5, Ballad of Fallen Angels. The battle between Spike and Vicious inside the cathedral and the song Greenbird when Spike falls. Oh my goodness, amazing.
Greenbird, that's it for me.
Yeah,
like
it's so good. I literally gasped when they had the live action trailer. They actually had a scene of that flash of Spike and Vicious fighting in the cathedral. I was like, okay, we're gonna do this. Let's go.
I'll say that, and I mean I won't ruin it, but the ending. I was like, oh, perfect.
The ending, and then I would also say the fridge. That's all I'm gonna say. The fridge.
Dillbomb, thank you for the 50 bits. Have you watched Ted Lasso? I think it might be the best show right now. Highly recommend it.
That's what I hear. It didn't look like anything, but a lot of people say it's really good. So maybe at one point I'll try to check it out.
Flame Reaper Man, thank you for the 50 bits. Have you seen the show Centaur World? Its trailer is a little off-putting, but looks up the Nowhere King song, and you'll be at least intrigued.
I started it. I like the first half of the first episode more than the second half. And there's nothing wrong with it. It's a good show. I don't know if it's for me. It's hard to say. There's a kind of silly that really grabs you, and then there's one where it's like, this is fine. It's just pushing me away a little bit. So maybe I should try all of another episode, because I started the second episode, couldn't quite get into it, but maybe I should give it more of a chance.
Game King, thank you for the 50 bits. So, Doug, I know by now you have seen season 1 of Tangled the series, and I was wondering, what's your favorite song from season 1?
I'm trying to think if Next Stop Anywhere was in season 1. That one's been in my head since I heard it. Next Stop Anywhere. It's super catchy. I guess I'll say that. Hopefully that was season 1.
Antari, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug, it's Titaniac. I just changed my name, just so you know one of your Twitch fans haven't left. Oh, cool. Great. I will eventually get used to pronouncing your new name. I'm sorry. Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug and Rob, I recently rewatched Spider-Man 3 and I noticed something very interesting that you guys didn't bring up. In the movie, MJ said her dream was to sing in front of people with Peter in the front row. In the end, I thought it was cool how it concluded in that way, and I liked how it ends without any dialogue. Peter is just there for MJ. After we reviewed it, was there any subtle scenes you latched onto?
I never did put that together. That is really cool.
No.
I mean, it's not the highest bit of subtlety, is it? Trying to think.
I honestly don't think so. I don't find that movie all that subtle for.
No, you know what? The expressions on the Sandman when he's being brought to life and looking at the picture and stuff.
Yeah, anything involving the Sandman probably is just going to be the answer, because he was the best thing in that movie.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. Can you say what the opening of Nostalgiaween will be a parody of this year?
I was gonna say it's a Disney property, but that kind of, now you're gonna look for other stuff that might be like better than what we chose. I'll say it's a Donald Duck cartoon. I'll say that.
I know, guys. Thank you for the 50 bits. How was Shang-Chi, Doug?
I liked it. It was fine. I didn't love it. But it's nice seeing martial arts in a Marvel movie, and I really dug the villain.
Jocks Cab, thank you for the 50 bits. I have a challenge for Doug. Say Jason Derulo plays Rum Tum Tugger 3 times without laughing.
No, you have to say
Jason Derulo.
Derulo plays Rum Tum Tugger. I can't even say it once.
Jason Derulo plays Rum Tum Tugger.
Yeah, it's hard to say even on its own. So
that's hard.
Yeah, let alone without laughing. So I fail.
Lupin the Nerd, thank you for the 50 bits. I always hated when talking about anything online is objective. It gets thrown around like nothing, and I always interpreted it as someone stating that their opinion is a fact. What does it mean? Am I missing something? If someone says that their opinion is objective, does it mean he thinks he's above everyone else?
No, I think it's more what I like to do, especially as a critic. My uncle's a critic, was telling me about this, is that you want, when you read a review or watch a review, to get an idea, even if this person didn't like it, you would like it. To get an idea if this is something you would like to go see. And that's why I mean with something like Shang-Chi, it's like, okay, well, I didn't get super into the movie, but I feel like there's a huge audience for this. A lot of people saw the trailer, would want to go see it and have fun, and I think they will and have, so forth. So I think it's kind of stepping outside yourself. It's quite the opposite. I think it's stepping outside yourself and trying to think what majority of other people might get into, trying to help, you hopefully find out this is a movie you'll enjoy.
Luke the Boss, thank you for the 50 bits. Hey, you guys, hope you're doing well. So, random question, but what side of the fence do you all fall on regarding pot? I know people would assume you guys are pro-weed. Even so, what about in the workplace? Also, does Channel Awesome employees get drug tested? Sorry, I can't even read that without laughing because Malcolm, but...
Why do you think you haven't seen Malcolm in forever?
Okay, to Malcolm's credit, I mean, I think we all like this stuff, right?
Right, and it's also legal in Illinois. It's legal here.
But he just snorts so much cocaine, though, guys.
That is a lie. And you be able to tell, I feel.
No, you tell. Like, I can't imagine.
Oh my God, I can't imagine him on coke. But no, we're pretty pro.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. What do you think of Billy Boyd, Pippin from Lord of the Rings character from the show? I'm assuming.
And Doom Patrol. I thought that was hilarious. Like, my wife and I were watching it. It took me a couple minutes. I'm like, wait, is that Billy Boyd? Is that alien? Yeah, no, I enjoyed it.
CCL Coda, thank you for the 50 bits. Reporting back with my findings from Dear Evan Hansen. It's bad, but not the worst. Directions lifeless, editing's frustrating, cinematography's dull, Ben Platt's appearance and acting not awful, just very stagey, stand out in the wrong way, music solid, acting pretty good. Curious to hear your thoughts if or when you see it.
That's pretty much what Brad said, so I get a feeling I'm going to agree with you.
Turtle Power, thank you for the 50 bits. Hey, Doug and Rob, along with the movies The Stepford Wives and The Golden Compass, another big budget movie that was totally ruined in the reshoots is 2019's Artemis Fowl. Did you know Colin Farrell's character, the basis for the entire plot, was added entirely in the movie's second round of reshoots?
Interesting.
I never read Artemis Fowl, so...
I hear people that do hate the movie and those that don't still hate the movie. I thought it was pretty stupid. But yeah, I don't know the book, so I wasn't like angry.
The books are good. They are.
Mm-hmm.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. Did you find the conclusion to the Candlemaker story in Doom Patrol underwhelming? No spoilers, please. Some of us still haven't seen it.
Yes, but I was okay with that because I wasn't getting into it.
Yeah, I kind of agree. I'm with Doug on that. I'm just like, yeah, but it's fine because I wasn't that into it to begin with, so yeah.
Alex the Animator, thank you for the 50 bits. Will you review Casper Meets Wendy for this year's Nostalgiaween? Also remember in the Mask review where you mentioned about Nicolas Cage originally being up for the main role in The Mask, I personally think he wouldn't have pulled it off as hilariously as Jim Carrey did.
It would have been different. I wish I could see the parallel universe where that happened, but
I know, right?
Mean, Carrie was perfect. And no, it's not on this year. I always have it on the list, and I keep pushing it back. I'll get to it at some point.
That Disney Nerd, thank you for the 100 bits. No spoilers, obviously. I've been trying to avoid YouTube and social media all day because I do not want this supposed End credit scene and Let There Be Carnage spoiled for me.
Okay. I'll say this. It's exactly what you think it is. That's all I'll say.
And Tori, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug, at some point, could you do an NC for the Guardians of Ga'Hoole movie? It's visually pleasing, but the rest of it is very generic.
I haven't seen it, and I'm curious
It
to
is-
check it out.
That's a good way. It feels generic, but it is gorgeous. Like strangely gorgeous for a story that I was just kind of like, eh. So
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. Of the episodes that have been released for Doom Patrol Season 3, what's been your favorite so far?
I guess the vacation
the
one.
vacation, yeah.
Yeah, I was watching it with my wife, and she was like, because they're talking about going on vacation. She's like, no, that'd be great if we could just see them go on vacation. I like these characters so much. Wouldn't it be great if they just went? And then they do, and they do everything that like we wanted them to do. They talk about how they're feeling, what they're going through. They have some laughs. So yeah, really like that one.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug and Rob, when I read Batman the Killing Joke years ago, my favorite parts was the beginning where Batman goes there to find some peace with Joker, and at the end where they actually have a serious human discussion. What other hero and their nemesis would you want to see go through the same thing? I like to see Reed Richards and Dr. Doom have their Killing Joke moment.
The Power Rangers and Rita. I like them to just talk.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I don't know. And most good characters do it. They're if they're written well, they know to put them together and have the De Niro Pacino talk in Heat. Like everyone knows, if you're a good writer, you have to have this scene because it's too good not to have.
Taylor with Ty, thank you for the 100 bits. Do you guys know that the real Patch Adams started a YouTube channel? Have you guys seen his videos?
No, the
I have
original
not.
guy is really cool. So I want to check that out.
Dillbomb, thank you for the 50 bits. What is your all-time favorite animated film?
Millennium Actress.
Probably Fantasia.
Orlando Garcia, thank you for the 100 bits. Damn it, finger slipped. Pressed enter too early. Sorry, Doug. I just wanted to say the one thing that would have made Tusk's ending complete was Eric Idle, also a human walrus abomination, sitting by Justin Long singing Always Look on the Bright Side of Life.
It's in the extended cut.
Yeah.
Fish, thank you for the 50 bits. Going off of how well it went last time, will there be a more special guest appearances in the future Q&As, or will that Walter Malcolm raid be a one-time thing? I mean, I don't think that would be the worst thing if Doug has a movie to see or something else to do, or if Rob has a life to have, I guess.
If Doug wants to piss off,
I don't have a life. We don't need them.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. Do you guys have any Halloween costume ideas for this year?
Not really.
I always kind of want to do the guy at the end of Harry Potter who has Voldemort on the back, except have like a fake head in the back and like I'm Voldemort. Like that might be fun. The guy that had the turban. But it sounds complicated.
Gary Turbo, thank you for the 50 bits. All three, including the chat, what are your favorite things ruined by dumbasses? For example, mine is the world's largest outdoor cocktail party. The name was created by a reporter after seeing a drunk patron offered an on-duty cop booze. Plus got so drunk that University of Georgia, University of Florida, and Southeastern Conference had to tell CBS not to use the name.
I guess as we're talking about James Gunn, the Scooby-Doo movies, because I think those could have been really good satirical films. It was meant to be R originally.
No, they could have.
That Disney nerd, thank you for the 100 bits. Cruella is out on Blu-ray, Doug. Possible NC soon, or next year maybe?
I'll do a Disney December. I don't think it's enough to do an NC about it. Honestly, for the most part, I liked it fine.
Danny R, thank you for the 50 bits. The other night I was really bored and watched Grown Ups 2. I have to say it was just stupid and ridiculous, but that's what I expected, so I kind of liked it. Shaq was hilarious.
I never saw those.
I've never seen it.
Yeah.
Chorus, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug, have you seen Visions? It's great. If you haven't watched, have you seen the Droid series? In the Clone Wars, we had some references to it, like the arc with A2-D2 and C-3PO on Weird Adventures in Season 4.
I was an Ewoks kid. Thank you so much. No, that was the show. That was the show I watched. I didn't see Droids. No, I haven't seen Visions yet. I will. Maybe I can watch it at night before I go to sleep because I was trying to think where to fit that show in, and maybe I'll do that.
Sailor Aaron, thank you for the 110 bits. Have you guys checked out the YouTube channel Cinema Therapy? They recently tackled Disney's Beauty and the Beast, but the 1991. But a few weeks they did T2, How to Train a Dragon, Silent Voice, etc. I'm a big fan of theirs. Please check them out.
Wait, it sounds familiar.
I have not.
I don't think I've sat down and watched a whole video, so I should do that. I think I've seen it recommended sometimes, though.
Taylor Watai, thank you for the 100 bits. Can you guys laugh like Seth Rogen?
I don't know.
Yeah, better.
Lord Edgy, thank you for the 50 bits. Have you seen James Gunn's Super yet? If so, thoughts. If not, what do you know about it besides how dark and mean-spirited it is?
Oh. No, and I
still haven't seen it.
I've heard it's dark and mean-spirited, and I don't know why I haven't seen it yet. I really gotta check it out.
Danny R, thank you for the 50 bits. Have you seen We're the Millers? That flick was better than I expected.
I don't think so. We Are the Millers?
We're the Millers.
I don't know this film. I'll try to check it out.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. Rob, if you can do a fanscription about a Bible story, what would you like to tackle? I thought a what if Cain didn't kill Abel? What butterfly effects would that have on the future?
Or what if Adam and Eve didn't eat the apple? Yeah, that'd be interesting. I kind of like this idea.
What if Jesus just hopped a boat and hightailed it to Rome and just, decided to vacation? He's like, you know what, guys, I'm done. I'm gonna go and start a winery somewhere because hey, I can make wine. So it's my one skill.
Last temptation.
I can fish. I can fish and I can make wine. What would happen?
Psychotic Yoshi, thank you for the 50 bits. What are your thoughts on the show Freaks and Geeks?
I tried it years ago. I couldn't get into it, but maybe I'll like it now. I should.
I like it.
Either.
I might like it now that I'm older.
Danny R, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug, would your 90s alter ego be Extreme Doug Walker?
No, it'd be Doug to the extreme.
There you go.
Jocks Cab, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug, what would you say is the film era when the PG rating started to lose its meaning? I'd argue the early 2000s, right after Shrek 1 came out.
That's actually not a bad place to put it. Yeah, I think when Pixar got more popular, and then yeah, I feel like when Pixar started to make things PG and Disney started to make things PG, then it's like, okay, this really doesn't mean anything.
Sparkface, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug, I sent the email on Monday, so you may not have seen it yet.
Oh, okay. I will try my best to find it.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug and Rob, you really should review Brendan Fraser's movie Bedazzled. I think his recent roles are great. In this movie, he's 6 different characters and he really showed his acting chops. It's my second favorite Brendan Fraser movie besides The Mummy.
I'm gonna see that again. I didn't think that much of it the first time I saw it.
It looked really funny, and then everyone said that, like, meh, it's not that good. So, I don't know. I never did check it out though. So maybe I
saw it and I was like, it's all right. But like, it was so long ago, and I've only seen it once. I'd be willing to give it a second chance.
Sailor Aaron, thank you for the 100 bits. Rob, have you checked out the anime I recommended to you now and then, here and there yet? If not, I definitely recommend it. But if you have, your thoughts?
Okay, so I looked up the trailer, and I really want to see this thing. Where is it? Like, is there some service that? Because I tried Crunchyroll, they didn't have it. Do I have to just order a copy on? Anyway, let me know. But yes, I'm very interested in seeing it. I didn't see any full episodes on YouTube, so I'm trying to figure out where to get it.
Orlando Garcia, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug, will Nostalgiaween just be Freak Show Cinema Month? Freak Show Cinema Month?
That's a fun idea. Probably not. I think the Freak Show Cinemas don't have as many jokes, and I think with Halloween and everything, you want to have a lot of laughs with it. So I don't even think I have one for Nostalgiaween actually, but maybe I'll do one in November.
Semi-ironic, thank you for the 50 bits. Are you going to do an NC on the animated Transformers movie or Bumblebee?
Oh, I'm thinking like a little animated Bumblebee. No, because I liked it when I saw it as a kid, and I like Transformers, but I'm not like the diehard fan. Like, that's got like a following of like, years and years and generations, and somebody more qualified than me, a bigger fan, should talk about those movies.
That Disney nerd, thank you for the 100 bits. I saw a short a day or two ago talking about the 30th anniversary of Beauty and the Beast. I had no idea it received a 10-minute standing ovation in the New York Film Festival.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't even think it was finished yet. I think there was still one or two scenes where like the effects weren't put in, or it was like a pencil or something, and
It just
they still
ended with her
applauded.
crying over the beast's body, and it was just like the end.
And they loved it. They gave it a standing ovation.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug and Rob, I was recently announced that the show Seinfeld will be on Netflix in October. Will this blow up the way Friends did?
I mean,
Maybe? I don't
Seinfeld's
know.
always been amazing, and I don't know how it would blow up. Like, it's
I'm
still
actually really
considered one of the best
curious
sitcoms ever made.
I mean, I know the show way too well, but I'm curious how it's aged. I'm curious if some people are gonna look at stuff and be like, oh, like get offended or whatever. I don't know, or maybe people be like, oh, this is like so light and perfect. So I'm really curious because, like I said, I know it so well. I almost don't know it. Like I don't know how people will react to it again. So
The
I
one
guess we'll
nice
see.
thing about Seinfeld, because my wife hadn't seen it, I was trying to explain to her. The one nice thing about it is there's not a lot of arcs, so you could just dump into almost any episode and kind of get the gist of it really quickly. There's no long story arcs. It's like, oh, well, this happened in last episode. It's like maybe once in a while you'll get 2 or 3 that carry over, but not much.
A couple of things really fast. Sailor Aaron says the anime Rob is on Amazon Prime. So it's on Amazon Prime.
Sweet. I'm totally gonna check that out.
Second thing, I saw some repeat donations, guys. I do have a list. We will get to it. No need to
We'll get to
do
it.
it a second time. And
Yeah,
three,
donate.
we are still an hour behind, so we do have to keep the pace pretty
Faster.
moving. Oink Master Supreme, thank you for the 50 bits. Love to all. Any chance for a review of Rock of Ages with Tom Cruise?
I heard about it. I don't have much interest. I don't know. I'll try to at least check out the movie before I decide.
Turtle Power, thank you for the 50 bits. Hey, Doug, Rob, and Heather, have you ever watched any of Gareth Evans' movies, like The Raid or his insanely violent TV show Gangs of London? He's really talented and gory action director.
No, I haven't.
No, check it out.
Turtle Power, thank you for the 50 bits. Hi, Doug and Rob. You've mentioned that Faulty Towers is one of your favorite shows. Did you know that Polly's actress, who also co-wrote the show with Cleese, was actually American and grew up in Lombard, Illinois?
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know
I didn't know
Really?
that.
That's cool.
I didn't realize she was in Lombard. That's right near us.
I know she became a therapist too, I believe. So yeah, no, I remember her being really great on the show, and that's one of the reasons you don't see many interviews. She's like, "Well, I'm a therapist." It's a little odd to be like, "Oh,
Yeah.
like I get counseling from that person,"
No, that's cool. No, she was a great actress. I loved her on that show.
and writer.
Yeah, and writer, yeah.
Semi-ironic, thank you for the 50 bits. Did you guys end up seeing the Courage the Cowardly Dog and Scooby-Doo crossover? If so, what are your thoughts?
Not yet. Gotta get to it.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. Which Doom Patrol Season 3 guest character did you like more so far? Gargo and Samuelson or the Dead Boy Detectives?
Oh, the
the
Dead
Dead.
Boy Detectives.
Yeah, those kids were
They're
funny.
killing me.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. Question for all of you. Are there shows currently on air that you personally think is a stupid idea for a show? I don't understand why there's a show called The Masked Singer. Singing competition shows are already dumb to me and it's just another American Idol ripoff, but at least there was a point to American Idol to give people a chance for stardom.
This Avatar one coming out where it's like Masked Singer, but it's like a CG avatar that what the shit? What's even the term?
Yeah, it's like a
virtual
Vocaloid
persona, whatever.
almost. Yeah.
Yeah. That seems a little silly, but but that seems perfect for what like primetime schlock. So if people like it, great. I don't care.
Big Jack Films, thank you for the 7 months or 10-month subscription. Welcome back. Hey guys, good to see you live again. I got Mummy Month starting tonight.
Well,
Nice.
fun.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. What was your reaction to the Brain and Monsieur Mala, the gorilla in Doom Patrol?
I mean, they weren't in it much, so
Yeah.
it was funny. A little bit I saw.
M. Tappet, thank you for the 100 bits. No message, just the bits. Thank you.
Thank you.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug and Rob, how would you make a true Mask sequel?
A sequel? I mean, I always liked in the comics it going from person to person. So if you did bring
Yeah.
back Jim Carrey, I feel like more people,
I
you
wouldn't wanna
create some
bring
fun
back Jim
characters and
Carrey.
have it. Yeah, like have yeah, that's a good point. Have another comedic actor or actress go in there with like a different shtick.
I would do an actress so that you get like one male movie, one female, and you could get like
And she
kind
has
of
a cat,
different.
and then we see a cat with the mask.
Yeah,
too.
there you
I love
go.
it.
Yeah, and it would be a different vibe that way because I just don't like repeating. That's what I hate about sequelitis films.
M. Tappet, thank you for the 50 bits. Do you have all of your commercials selected for the special in November?
No.
No.
Cameron, thank you for the 100 bits. Hey guys, I just bought a PS5 and it's awesome. Did you know they have Twitch on here? Yeah, you could get on your PS4 as well. Mm-hmm. The Sly Fox, thank you for the 50 bits. As you know, I conducted a raid on the Great Library, which most said didn't exist.
I did know that, like you said.
Taylor with Ty, thank you for the 100 bits. Have you guys ever seen the Clue movie from 1985?
Yes.
Oh
it's
yeah,
really,
it's a good movie.
it's
Yeah,
really,
amazing.
really good.
Turtle Power, thank you for the 50 bits. Have you ever considered opening a Patreon? You could use it to support more niche videos like Career Dive that might not get sponsors but support but still have an extremely dedicated audience who'd gladly pay for it.
We like not to if we don't have to. We don't have a problem with anyone that does that, but if we're able to make a living, just on the views and sponsors and the hits and stuff like that, that's just what we're comfortable doing. So, yeah, it's more of a only if we had to kind of thing.
Danny R, thank you for the 50 bits. What's this from? Is the poop deck really what I think it is?
I know that line.
I know, I do too. Shit.
I don't know.
I forget what
remember.
movie that is.
Anu, thank you for the 50 bits. Have you guys seen the Dennis Quaid hoax meltdown? If not, you should. It was hilarious.
Hoax meltdown? No,
Hoax meltdown of Dennis Quaid.
I don't know. Simpsons, because I cheated. I looked it up. Sorry.
The poop deck? Yeah.
Yes.
Sly Fox, thank you for the 50 bits. I know you've done a Disney December on it, but would you ever do a full review of Hercules?
I don't know. That's got a mad following now, man. I will say this: if I did, I feel like I'd have to do like some Oni jokes or something.
Why does it look like Vegas?
No, you know what? I did have an idea for a fanscription where if it did like embrace it a little bit more, like because I was saying Aladdin looks like Vegas too, but like the genie, it was the showmanship side. Hercules was more like the schlocky, tacky side. And I didn't get what that really had to do with the story. So I wouldn't mind seeing a version of Hercules where it really embraced that more. So I was talking maybe like a fanscription of that because I was thinking in the shower, like, oh, maybe they could do this and that. And it just might be an idea. So I might tie it into like Oni too because I did see that video. And
somewhere
it's
Oni's
funny.
just watching this just right now live, just like going, please.
I need more material.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug and Rob, do you think Christmas commercials are the best in terms of the amount of effort put into them compared to other commercials? And do you have a favorite Christmas commercial?
I think Super Bowl commercials, for my money, is where you get the most effort put in. Like,
Well, they used to.
you have to
I don't
spend
do
big,
anymore.
but you still have to spend big bucks for them. I mean, Christmas.
That depends.
They tend to be the better ones outside of the Super Bowl ones.
Yeah, they are very good.
Cameron, thank you for the 70 bits. Hi, Doug. Have you ever thought of reviewing the first Ice Age movie? The sequels are trash, but this one's almost a masterpiece.
I started it and I never finished it. I just wasn't getting into it. But I should watch it all the way through because, like you said, they made a million sequels, so I should.
Fish, thank you for the 50 bits. Since you guys are thankfully Dalton Bond fans, which one is better, Living Daylights or License to Kill?
Oh, License to Kill. There's no. That is like a hard-boiled '80s revenge film with drug lords and everything, and feeding people to sharks. Like, you cannot go wrong with that movie.
Favar, thank you for the 75 bits. What are some movies you think would work better now than when they came out?
Oh, some sort of like troll movie, something maybe like Dirty Work or something like that. Though that's another one I gotta see again. Yeah, I don't know. Hard to say.
Alex loves musicals. Thank you for the 100 bits. Happy Thursday, everyone. Have any of you heard of or seen the movie A Monster Calls? I loved the book and I was surprised how well it was adapted into a film.
I don't think so.
No.
Monster Calls. Not ringing a bell. Oh, I have not seen this, but I did hear it's very good. I should check it out.
Jocks Cab, thank you for the 50 bits. To all three, what is the first movie that made you appreciate the musical score? For me, it's definitely How to Train Your Dragon.
Batman. Was it?
Yeah, probably
Mm.
Batman or Star Wars. So I saw Star Wars before Batman, but either of those two.
Strider for Life, thank you for the 50 bits. Hi, Doug. How was your vacation?
Good. Really good.
Turtle Power, thank you for the 50 bits. I'd love to see you tackle some of the more insane Bond movies like Diamonds Are Forever or Moonraker.
Or View to a Kill.
Yeah. Maybe. There's just so many of them too. I don't know. I just don't have that big a passion for it.
Sailor Aaron, thank you for the 100 bits. Speaking of James Bond, two of my favorite video games are James Bond games, Nightfire on the PS2 and GoldenEye on N64. Have any of you played any James Bond video games? Yeah, we've played them before. Love GoldenEye.
Yeah.
Orlando Garcia, thank you for the 100 bits. Is it bad for me to admit that I like binging Family Feud clips? Some people have a bit of a negative stigma towards the game show, but I can't help it. Steve Harvey really does have good timing. It's refreshing to have a host that'll call out people's stupidity.
Look, if that's your dirtiest secret, I think
everybody
you're
has
okay.
their fetish, dude. We will not kink shame here.
Yeah, no, if you like watching it, please enjoy it.
That Disney nerd, thank you for the 100 bits. Despite how all of you feel about The Greatest Showman, what's your favorite song in that film?
I think just the opening of "This Is the Greatest Show." Yeah, I like
Yeah,
that.
probably that one.
I like This Is Me, too. Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug and Rob, it's a shame you're not doing career dives anymore. Michael Keaton's birthday just passed, and it would have been awesome to have a career dive on him.
That'd be interesting because his career has really had ups and downs. So yeah, that'd been interesting.
Strider for Life, thank you for that 4-month subscription. Welcome back. Appreciate that. Taylor with Ty, thank you for the 100 bits. Do you guys think Jack Black will be a good Bowser? He could be.
Yeah, again, we just got to see what they have in mind.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I just don't know what they're doing with this, so we're just gonna have to wait and see a trailer.
Danny R, thank you for the 50 bits. What's your favorite episode of Futurama?
Oh, the one with where Bender has an entire civilization growing
Yep.
on his ass
Yeah,
as he's
that's a really
floating
good
through
one.
space, and they treat him as a god.
I love being just emotionally ripped apart by the dog episode.
Yeah, everyone likes that one too.
That one's just malicious.
Danny R, thank you for the 50 bits. Now that it's fall, what's your favorite fall activity? Who likes apple picking?
Human sacrifice around Samhain. It's pretty much what I do. So,
I like going to haunted houses, or B, just going outside. Can you see me? Okay. Or B, just going outside with the leaves falling, like having a drink, having like a cigar, and just feeling the cold, cold weather. I absolutely love it. You're going like
did we lose you, Doug?
No, his video cut out for a second, and then your video cut out for a second. I don't know what's going on right now.
Doug, I lost his audio entirely. Like I didn't hear.
Oh,
any
really?
of his answer. Yeah.
I heard it. Can you hear him now?
Smoking and getting drunk. That's pretty much it.
No, that's fine. I just want to make sure if I'm saying something like you can hear me.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. What are your thoughts on Ed being cut from the live-action Cowboy Bebop show? We don't know that for a fact yet.
We don't know if she's coming in later either, if they're shelving her for a second season. I'll say this, the director Shinichiro Watanabe said that Ed was pretty much just a pure fantasy creation. She's not even like kind of human the way she's drawn and stuff. So my guess is they may not have known quite how to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I think, especially after the first, I think they'll bring her in. I think she'll be way too popular to leave her out.
I think they need to think about how they want to do that though, because Ed is such her own thing. Because only animation can give you Ed. You can't recreate Ed exactly,
right?
Because she's so bizarre. So we'll see what happens.
Danny R, thank you for the 50 bits. To any of you three, what is your favorite form of cryptocurrency?
Oh, Dogecoin.
The Bison dollar, of course.
Talkative
yes, Bison bucks.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. I'm not angry about the Mario movie casting. I'm more confused. Nintendo worked with many veteran voice actors over the years, and they couldn't pick none of them. I'm iffy about Chris Pratt and Seth Rogen because they don't have range as much as the other actors. Imagine Donkey Kong laughing in Seth Rogen's laugh. It'll be off-putting.
If they're
it's
picking
because
those
it's Illumination.
actors,
Nintendo's not in charge of that. They threw their money at Illumination. My guess is it's Illumination who's making all these picks.
They're all
clearly doing
safe
something.
choices.
Yeah.
Bernsey, thank you for the 50 bits. Hi, Rob. Did you get to see the first 2 episodes of the Foundation series? Episode 3 drops tomorrow. Any thoughts?
I have not yet. I need to. I read a couple of good reviews about it, so I'm going to get around to that.
Yuri Turbo, thank you for the 50 bits. Can we all agree the scene where Bruce Wayne's standing in the middle of a crowd of hungry blondes shouting in gibberish while one of them sniffs his sweater is weird?
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
The Snyder cut.
Yeah.
The whole where Aquaman
Yeah.
swooped off. Yeah. No, that
Yeah.
was weird.
It's a little odd.
Jaxcap, thank you for the 50 bits. Am I the only one who thinks that Doug's American Hugh Laurie sounds exactly like his John Malkovich?
No. There's a huge difference. Malkovich is nasally. If you're doing Hugh Laurie, you have to get it deeper.
I think I was doing Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange personally, but
There you go.
yeah, they all work.
They're all the same.
Turtle Power, thank you for the 50 bits. You mentioned in your Labyrinth review that Jennifer Connelly caught the George Lucas weird British accent virus that Carrie Fisher and Natalie Portman had in Star Wars. Do you think it might be because of all of them were shot in the UK?
Maybe Carrie Fisher in her one-woman show, she does say why she has the British accent. The others, I don't know.
I think I think it's just a Lucas involvement. I think he just likes that.
Yeah,
he likes
maybe.
some weird mid-Atlantic accent, like.
Alex Loves Musicals, thank you for the 100 bits. I love the villain in Shang-Chi. Wenwu was one of my favorite MCU villains.
Yeah, he was really good. He was acted very well too.
Mm-hmm. Danny R, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug, have you ever been riding your motorcycle and took your hands off of the bars so you could feel like you were running at an incredible rate?
No.
M Tappin, thank you for the 100 bits. Tomorrow marks 50 years to the day that Disney World opened. What is your favorite Disney World attraction of all time?
Big
Haunted
Thunder
Mansion. I love the Haunted Mansion so much. And my wife and I are so weird we considered it a romantic ride.
I'm
Like,
a
we're just
coaster
like, "Oh, we're
junkie,
so
so I gotta
cozy
say
here."
Big Thunder Mountain. But I haven't been on the Everest one because I haven't been to Disney World
That
in
one's fun.
forever. But that's one that might replace Big Thunder Mountain.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug and Rob, will you review the movie Psycho by Hitchcock and or American Psycho starring Christian Bale?
Oh, for a second I thought you meant like the one with Vince Vaughn in it.
American Psycho's hilarious.
Yeah, I don't think I'd have much to say. I'll leave that for someone else to do.
Strider for Life, thank you for the 50 bits. Wouldn't be the first time Aquafina and Dragon shared the same movie. Remember Shizu? Yes,
Oh,
we
yeah.
do. DCL Coda, thank you for the 50 bits. Funny story about Greatest Showman. Jeremy Jordan, Supergirl, Broadway's Newsies, had a major role in getting the movie greenlit and almost got no credit for it. Can't go into detail, look up The Day I Saved the Greatest Showman. Might be some good info for the eventual review or at least just an interesting story.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind looking up history of that. I bet it's interesting. I mean, like, of the show. The actual history connected to Barnum is a little different.
Orlando Garcia, thank you for the 100 bits. Been watching a lot of Third Rock from the Sun lately, and I have to say, if you want to watch Big Bang Theory but actually funny, it's already been done. The only sitcom that can pull off the angle of outsiders interacting with society, and it's already been done here in that show.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
no, it's a
and
brilliant
that show's amazing and
It is.
1,000 times funnier than Big Bang Theory ever will be.
Or could hope to be. Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. Which 2009 movie based on a kid's book do you like more? Fantastic Mr. Fox or Where the Wild Things Are?
Where the Wild Things Are.
Where's the Wild Things Are?
That's one of my favorite movies ever. I think it's really, really a spectacular film.
Cameron, thank you for the 50 bits. So we all know that Illumination is in charge of the Super Mario movie. Due to their previous projects, do y'all think we're going to see a great movie or are we in trouble?
We're probably in trouble, but I'll try to give them the benefit of the doubt.
I
Yeah,
mean,
me too.
I don't know why you would think that Illumination would give us much of anything besides like a safe family film, but
Yeah.
whatever. I don't think it's going to be offensive. Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. Question for all of you. After I played Ghost of Tsushima, I always wanted to see certain cultures represented more in games and films. Like, I like to see African cultures shown more because there are centuries of history before the colonizers came up. What cultures do you want to see? By the way, I think we have enough Middle Ages, King Arthur, and Robin Hood to last us for a very long time.
Like Celtic, but I mean like really ancient Celtic. And I don't know, like I'm always fascinated by like old school Korea because it's like
Mm.
not quite Chinese, and they have their own thing going on, particularly like in the Middle Ages, and so that would be another one.
Hawaiian might be kind of interesting. Every time I've
That would
gone there, they talk about like past history and the stories and stuff like that. So that might be cool.
But Doug, we got Moana.
There you go. So we're done.
Yeah,
Danny R, thank you for the 50 bits. So I'm thinking about starting a YouTube show called The Doug Walker Critic, where I critique people named Doug Walker, but it actually has nothing to do with you, Doug.
Yes. Oh, that'd be hilarious. And like never
Do it.
ever reference me. That'd be
Wa-
really
wa-
funny.
watch those numbers skyrocket.
Bernsey, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug, while you were out, I mentioned to Rob a 2006 movie Fido starring Billy Connolly and Carrie Ann Moss. I hope it's a weird enough movie for an NC review. It's Canadian, shot in Okanagan in BC.
Okay,
Fido.
yeah, I've never even heard of it. I mean, I love Billy Connolly. Yeah, look at that. Weird. Oh, this looks weird. Okay, I will try to check it out.
Kermit Wazowski, thank you for the 50 bits. I know the Mario cast has been discussed to death, but I'm actually really excited for Charlie Day as Luigi. I have a feeling he's going to be the best thing about that movie.
Bring back John Leguizamo.
Gary Turbo, thank you for the 50 bits. If I go to Ireland or Sweden, I would shame them for Conor McGregor and PewDiePie, respectively.
Oh, Ireland's given us so much more though, so you can't just judge him by that one thing.
I know, guys, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug, for Dark Toons, will you check out the Hilda episode known as the Eternal Warriors? People die, man.
I'm trying to think if I saw that one. I got through half of season 2. I should finish it up.
Yeah, I gotta see the rest of season 2.
So I will try.
I know, guys, thank you for the 50 bits. It's real! Coyote vs. Acme is being written by James Gunn and has a release date of July 20th, 2023.
Yeah, I saw that too. I mean,
Sweet.
I'll kind of believe it when I see it, but man, I hope it's real.
Letter Guy, thank you for the 100 bits. Hey, Doug, thought I'd give you the update since it's been a while, but starting this past month, I now have an author mentor who I send snippets of my future published story to every week for feedback, and it's been quite insightful.
Nice. Yeah. Congrats. Keep it going, man.
Anu, thank you for the 50 bits. Here's an idea for an April Fool's Day review. A Google translation of an old script might be a funny idea if you get Melinda Reese, the chick who making Google Translate on that episode.
Kind of a funny idea, honestly. Yeah. I look into it like one of the like just some random movie or maybe one of the old episodes of the NC. That might be fun.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. Heather, IGN reported Bethesda providing the main actor of Deathloop a PS5 and a copy of the game because he didn't have one. They all know there's a shortage and they just produced the console for him? How is that right? I mean, I think that's a show of good faith on Bethesda. I don't know, like, obviously they have some connections and, like, honestly, what was the chance that was your PS5 that got given to him? You know what I mean? Like, I don't think that's necessarily like a, how dare they give him one? Like, he couldn't play the game he was the star of. I thought that was pretty good faith of Bethesda to do that, especially since they just got bought out by Xbox, so. Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. One suggestion I have for Dark Toons is Billy and Mandy Save Christmas. Gilbert Godfrey voices Santa, who is turned into a vampire by Mrs. Claus, voiced by Carol Kane, and Billy and Mandy need to kill her to save Christmas. Also, the Naughty or Nice list is represented as Santa looking through porn in it. It's absolutely worth watching.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds amazing. I will try to check that out.
DCL Coda, thank you for the 50 bits. So, Doug, seen the new trailer for West Side Story? If so, any change in thoughts? Spielberg's using actual colors in his movies again.
I mean, it's still I don't know. Looks all right. I'm not super excited, but again, I'm not a huge West Side Story guy anyway. Like, I respect it, but I don't really get into it.
I am on
so.
stage. I don't think either of them I don't think it transfers to screen as well. I have hard time
I
suspending
still
my
think it's a good
disbelief.
movie. It's a good movie. I just don't get into
Yeah.
it. If that makes sense.
Cameron, thank you so much for the 1,011 bits. We super appreciate
you.
that. Oh, hey, Doug, I forgot to ask. How was your vacation?
Oh, it was really good. Thank you so much.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug and Rob, which movie did a better job at blending together live action and cartoon physics? And which did the worst? The Mask, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, Space Jam, or Space Jam 2?
Who Framed Roger Rabbit or The Mask?
Yeah, I'll say that. I'll probably say Roger Rabbit.
Orlando Garcia, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug, not to be a nag, but will the intro music for this year's Disney-cember be the normal one you've used for the last ones? The one for 2020 was a little too somber, and Disney-cember is always so much nostalgic fun.
The intro music, it's whatever I did last year, because the other one, even though we bought it, was still getting copyright hits. So yeah, we had to change it out.
Alex loves musicals. Thank you for the 100 bits. Doug, would you consider making an NC review of Amazon's Cinderella? The only really good parts were Indina Menzel as the stepmother and Billy Porter as the godparent.
It was pretty bad. Not gonna lie.
Maybe I will. I heard it's pretty bad. A lot of people are talking about how bad it is. So maybe I put it down as a maybe.
Danny R, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug, can you do an impression of the movie Smurf Ninjas?
The what?
The movie Smurf Ninjas.
Smurf ninjas?
Surf! Oh my gosh, I'm sorry.
Bend your
Dyslexia.
knees, Papa
Dyslexia.
Smurf.
Surf.
Surf your knees.
It was my fault. It was my fault. It was my fault. Surf ninjas.
I almost thought I was like, this is some sort of abstract joke. Well, there you go. You got Smurf ninjas there. Smurf your knees, Smurf your arms.
Sorry, my fault.
Look out, it's Gargamel riding a tidal wave.
CJ Noel, thank you for the 100 bits. Question for Heather. Rank the Utada Hikaru Kingdom Hearts songs. My ranking is 1, Simple and Clean, 2, Don't Think Twice, 3, Sanctuary, and 4, Face My Fears. Mine would be the same, except I would flip-flop Sanctuary and Don't Think Twice, because I think Sanctuary is my second favorite. JT, thank you for the 50 bits. What are your general thoughts on the late author Douglas Adams, his books, and the movie adaptation of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy?
Love him, love the books. Yeah. The movies, meh. I do like the BBC series, though.
Yeah, that's about it.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. Question for all of you. What is the best commercial for a video game that you love and thought was brilliantly put together? For me, to this day, all the Batman Arkham games commercials were fantastic. The commercial for Insomniac Spider-Man games, Star Wars The Force Unleashed, and Ghost of Tsushima were also good runners-up.
I really like
Mario 3 with the Mario.
Yeah,
it's like,
on
man,
Earth,
that's
yeah.
really
I really like it's like because I just saw Venom 2, so it popped in my head. The Maximum Carnage commercial. It was so much better than the game.
the best one though was the Zelda rap for Zelda 3.
Yes.
That only aired in Japan. Look it up. It's amazing.
Also, the Mortal Kombat. That's where we got that song. In Mortal Kombat. It came from that commercial.
Gary Turbo, thank you for the 50 bits. The most hilarious part of the Super Mario Bros. Casting is the 2 stars appeared in animated movies based on construction toys. Chris Pratt was in the Lego movie, while Anya Taylor-Joy was in the Playmobil movie.
Ah, good point.
There you go.
Sailor Aaron, thank you for the 100 bits. So, Doug, will you ever review as the NC the live-action anime adaptations of Ghost in the Shell or Death Note, since you guys did Dragon Ball Evolution, or will you need some help from people you know who know the material?
I could help with Ghost in the Shell, but I didn't even sit through all that Netflix Death Note, so. But I have seen the original Death Note.
Yeah, I'm not passionate enough about either to really talk about. The guy who did Death Note, though, went on to do Godzilla vs. Kong, so, don't always be like, oh, they can never do anything good, because they can.
Turtle Power, thank you for the 50 bits. Good news, Doug! You'll have to check out Good Omens because the upcoming new season is shooting entirely in Edinburgh.
Oh, well, there you go. Now I gotta.
CJ Noel Lopez, thank you for the 50 bits. No spoilers for tomorrow's Kingdom Hearts 3 stream, but Doug, you're in for some good anime melodrama.
I've heard, I don't know what happens in the story, but I pretty much hear it's boss battle cutscene for like the rest of the game, I think. So, fun.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. Question for all of you, which kiss was more awkward? Eddie Brock and a Venom-controlled X in the first Venom movie, or Loki and Sylvie?
I mean, I thought they were both fine. I guess one is technically
Eddie
an
Brock,
alien
because
monster.
the Loki and Sylvie could never happen in real life.
Big Slew, thank you so much for gifting those 3 subs. We super appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hammond Joe Star, thank you for the 100 bits. I was wondering what Rob's thoughts on the Sandman trailer. I remember a long time ago you weren't really looking forward to it when it was announced, but I don't think David Goyer is directing it. That's a good sign at least. Also, apparently, Patton Oswalt.
Okay, 1, that is a good sign. 2, I haven't seen the trailer yet. I'm going to have to check that out. 3, why the hell is Patton Oswalt in it?
He's the Raven, I think. The Raven.
Oh
fuck
god, like just a little
me.
flying raven with Pat Oswalt's
Fuck
voice.
me,
Oh.
no.
I could be wrong though. I can't remember who he was cast
I
as.
hope not. Oh god, reading the sand, that is not what I imagined that Raven sounding like. I'll get back to you. I gotta see this trailer, but that does not have me enthused.
There isn't really a trailer. There's just a little sneak peek, and honestly,
it's
it's
just
almost like word for shot. A couple of shots taken directly from the comic. I'm super excited for the Sandman.
I'm hoping. I don't want that Raven to have the voice of Patton Oswalt. I really don't.
Turtle Power, thank you for the 50 bits. Are you looking forward to the new Indiana Jones? It's being written and directed by James Mangold, who did a great job with Logan. Plus, they shot it in my old hometown, Glasgow, Scotland, putting up tons of set builds, making it look like NYC, so I'm biased towards it.
We'll see. I mean, it
yeah.
seems like every other Jones movie is good, so statistically, it should work.
The last one, I just was not buying him running around doing these stunts. So we'll see what happens because he's only gotten older.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. Question for all of you, what type of villain do you like more, and what comic book character embodies that type?
Type of villain? I don't know, just the one that both has like the really smart mind, but can also do some badass physical stuff too. Like I don't need the ones that are really big and strong. I like the ones that are very like tiny and sleek, but like can just like move a finger and like a place explodes too. But they're really smart. If that makes sense.
I like the mysterious ones that you just feel they are just housing unmatched power. Like the Emperor in Star Wars is one of my favorites. At least in Return of the Jedi, where it's like you just didn't know what this dude was capable of. You just knew he must be powerful. So.
Endgame, thank you for the $1. Hi, Daddy Doug. Can you wish my friend Reynold a happy birthday? Ooh woo. Reynold. I just had to read the ooh woo because you know what? Why not?
Ooh woo! Happy birthday! Ooh woo! Reynold! Ooh woo! Happy birthday.
Birdsy, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug, have you ever seen the movie Blue Collar? 1978, Richard Pryor, Yaphet Kotto, and Harvey Keitel are workers at an automotive factory.
No, never even heard of it.
I did years and years ago.
I'll check it out.
Flame Reaper Man, thank you for the 50 bits. Have you watched Hell of a Boss, especially the new awesome episodes?
What is I like 2 or 3 episodes in? I don't know how many there are now, so I'm sure I haven't seen the newest ones. I like them.
Orlando Garcia, thank you for the 100 bits. Is anyone else a little concerned about what the plot for the Bob's Burgers movie could possibly be? It could either be a lousy extended episode like the Simpsons movie or an actual metamorphosis and character-defining experience like the SpongeBob SquarePants movie.
Why do you need a Bob's Burger movie?
I'll see it. I love Bob's Burgers.
I love it too. I love that show
I'll
too.
see.
But why do you need it in movie form?
I
What
don't
is
care.
like
I'm gonna
Simpsons
eat it up.
proved? It really doesn't make it that much better.
I'm gonna eat it up and I'm gonna love it.
Adam Gunther, thank you for the 50 bits. Which over-the-top actor do you like more, Nicolas Cage or Bruce Campbell?
Oh, don't make me choose.
How dare you, sir?
Like the ending of like
that's
the sun,
impossible.
like you gotta let one go.
That's like a Zen Cohen. I don't know the answer to that.
Yeah. I'll go with the surreal answer. Banana.
Big Slew, thank you for the 100 bits. Evening, everyone. There's a bit of a debate in the UK currently on who should play the next James Bond. In your opinion, who should play the smooth-talking, hip-swinging man of mystery or woman?
I don't know, because I don't know what they're going for yet.
Yeah, that's
like
true.
it really
Daniel Craig,
depends.
I
Like
wouldn't
we
have
don't
picked.
know
Yeah.
what style. Is it going to be the more jokey Bond, or we're like, no, it's going to be another super serious Bond like Craig? Like, I just don't
not
know.
sure they
So
have
I
in
have
mind.
no options.
Yeah.
I've seen some fan casting of Idris Elba, and I love that idea. Idris Elba
that
is the next
sounds good. I've
007.
heard that.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm fine if you choose a person of color or a woman because I'm like, this series has been going on for like 100 goddamn years. So it's like switching it up a little is fine, but just make sure you have a good story and you know what you're doing. I like the idea that it's all different agents. They just carry the 007 name. So I don't know. We'll see what happens.
I know, guys. Thank you for the 50 bits. What are your thoughts on Heat? My dad says the shootout is his favorite shootout that he's seen in a movie.
Oh,
It's
I
an
love it.
amazing movie.
So
It's
good.
a
In
big
fact-
influence on Dark Knight too.
Yeah, that conversation between Pacino and De Niro. I mean, that's like perfect. That's like one of
Yeah.
the epic two actors coming together, and they built it up and like they come through, and it's only in the middle of the movie, and oh, so good, so good.
Flame Reaper Man, thank you for the 50 bits. Have you seen Amphibia, and what are your thoughts?
No, oh, I take it back. I think I saw a little bit of an episode, and it was cute, but I get the feeling I have to see like the whole thing in order to get an idea what it's about.
Anu, thank you for the 50 bits. Have you guys seen Straight Out of Nowhere, Scooby-Doo Meets Courage the Cowardly Dog, the movie? If not, you should. It's true nostalgia gem.
Not yet. I want to because I like both those properties.
Telepathetic, thank you so much for the 15-month subscription. Welcome back. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Sailor Aaron, thank you for the 100 bits. Have you, Doug, or Rob seen Nocturnal Animals yet? If you have, your thoughts. If not, check it out. It's on Netflix. Jake Gyllenhaal and Amy Adams are fire.
I think so. Let me see if that's the one I'm
I have
thinking of.
not.
Yes, I liked it fine. I didn't love it, but I liked it. It was good.
Endgame, thank you so much for the $5. I'm assuming this is your first time here. It did go through the first time. It's just we get behind. And happy birthday again to your friend.
Happy birthday.
Mumrar, thank you for the 50 bits. Hi y'all, what's your favorite Tom Berenger movie? Mine's are Sniper and The Substitute, both underappreciated 90s action movies.
Major League.
I have to go through his movies. I'm actually not familiar enough with him to know like his movies, so I'll look through a list and get back to you.
Flame Reaper Man, thank you for the 50 bits. Have you ever heard of or seen the Spawn animated series?
When I was
No.
younger, oh wait, I saw an animated movie. I didn't know there was a series. No, I saw the animated movie. I didn't see the series. The movie was cool.
Flame Reaper Man, thank you for the 50 bits. If you wanted to see something that actually makes you not hate the Green Lantern, watch the animated series. It's so good.
That's what I hear. I did see one episode when I was at a con, and it was really cool. That's one of those where it's like I should probably check it out, like seek it out.
Green Lantern First Flight is also a really solid DC animated film as well.
Okay.
Psychotic Yoshi, thank you for the 50 bits. What do you think of the sequels to Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho that were released from the early 80s to the early 90s?
Guilty
one?
pleasures.
I
2 and
think
3, like I kind
Yeah.
of like them all, even though I fully acknowledge they get progressively garbagey.
I don't think I
but
saw
I
four.
would have been fine if they just stopped at 1, but I do just have a soft spot for them for some odd reason.
yeah, for what they are, I actually think they're fine.
LePew, thank you for the 50 bits. He's alive! He's alive! By Santa Christ, Rob Walker's ghost is alive! Tommy Wiseau, oh hi Doug, how's your sex life?
I live again.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. Are there any Doom Patrol episodes that you haven't liked in particular?
I don't think so. No, I liked them all pretty much.
CJ Noel Lopez, thank you for the 50 bits. Come around Super Bowl. Will you do a top 11 Super Bowl commercials? If not, can you put the Puppy Monkey Baby Mountain Dew Super Bowl commercial in your next commercial special? It gave me nightmares for weeks.
I wouldn't mind doing a video talking about what the hell happened to those commercials. So I feel like every year people are like, boy, the commercials were good this year. Isn't that weird? And they say that every year for like the past 10, 15 years. I don't think they've been good for a while. So I wouldn't mind doing a video on that.
Big Slew, thank you for the 100 bits. Hey all, if you have not seen From Up on Poppy Hill by Studio Ghibli, I would strongly recommend. Awesome smooth jazz scores, a touching storyline, and amazing artwork. I have been getting through the Studio Ghiblis, and this is easily in my top 3. Do you guys have a top 3 from Studio Ghibli?
One,
yeah.
I've seen that. I own it. It is
Yeah,
very
it's
good.
good.
God, top 3.
Spirited Away, Kiki.
Kiki's very good. I like Whispers of the Heart.
I've got a
Oh,
soft
yeah.
spot for Princess Mononoke.
Memories of Yesterday is really good. I really like Nausicaa.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to choose with Ghibli.
Fish, thank you for the 50 bits. Since the commercials list isn't complete, you should do those Batman All-Star commercials. I'm surprised you haven't done them yet, given your love for Burton's Batman.
I don't know if I know that one. Batman All-Star commercial. I will look them up.
Sailor Aaron, thank you for the 150 bits. I would love for you guys to do an NC Adult Swim special like you did for Toonami to talk about favorite Adult Swim shows from your past and animes that aired on Adult Swim, Bebop, FMA, Blood Plus, etc. Maybe some present Adult Swim shows. Please, just think about it.
mean, that would be mostly me because I'm the one who watched the anime.
Yeah, and
on
I think
Adult Swim.
I think you're talking about OnStar, what you were talking about. And I forgot about those. I will probably check those out.
Letter Guy, thank you for the 100 bits. Hey Doug, I know you won't get into it this year, but for a future Disney December, could you please do videos of Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time, an obscure movie called Summer of the Monkeys?
I might do that one. 'Cause I remember seeing that, and aside from one obvious problem in the casting, I remember it being okay, just sort of a light, nothing movie. So yeah, I might, but I haven't seen it in years, so maybe it'll suck now. I don't know.
That Disney nerd, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug, you will hate this bit message. I will buy you a load of Hakuna Matata with my BAT credit card. What a wonderful phrase. Sponsored by Matthew Broderick. Also, BAT credit card.
You're right. I did hate that message.
That's a lot of shit.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. What are your thoughts on Gilbert Gottfried as a comedian?
I like him.
I like him. Yeah, there's a great documentary on him. That was really, really good. It's worth checking out. Yeah, no, I enjoy him.
Orlando Garcia, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug, have you considered getting collars for Chaplin and Buster? Maybe even red tie collars?
I love them too much to do that to him.
Fish, thank you for the 50 bits. I'm going to be starting Evangelion soon. Should I watch the sub or the dub? I've got a special place in my heart for the dub. I don't know.
The dub's a guilty pleasure for me, kind of like Inuyasha or something. Even though I'm not gonna say it's great, I generally stick with the sub. But I mean, just take that with a grain of salt. That I'm saying it's a guilty pleasure for me enjoying the dub.
Right, you're not going to have the best performances, but there's just something wonderfully grating about Shinji's voice in English too.
Yeah, you really you already are gonna hate Shinji, but you're really gonna want to smack him around with the dub.
Adam Gunther, thank you for the 50 bits. What are your thoughts on Michelle Gomez's character in Doom Patrol so far?
Is that oh, who's Michelle Gomez again? Hold on, sorry, gotta look up who that is.
Yeah, you can tell me.
Oh, that is her. So I've only gotten halfway through the episode 4 today. So far she cracks me up. I think she has very funny delivery. Yeah, so I think she's very funny.
Eastern 57, thank you for the 420 bits. Just wanted to say thanks again for all the Hyper Armor shoutouts. I really dig y'all, and to see the appreciation made my day.
Oh, thank you for the great armor, man. Yeah, just having her glow in the dark like that just looks so fucking badass.
Letter Guy, thank you for the 100 bits. Last bits of the night. I know you probably planned this out far in advance, but for my birthday in December and as someone on the spectrum, could you please do a charity shout out for the Autistic Self-Advocacy Network? It's one of the few actually good autism charities out there and could use some more publicity.
I feel like, have we not? Maybe we haven't, because I've heard of that one before. I will put that down. Yeah, I apologize. I thought we did that already.
Orlando Garcia, thank you for the 100 bits. It just hit me since Con Air is a Touchstone film. Kingdom Hearts World? Doug?
let's get on it, man. Let's do it.
Bernsey, thank you for the 50 bits. Since we're talking about different sounding voices, who's the better Michael Caine impersonator? Rob Brydon or Steve Coogan? You guys have seen A Trip to Spain and A Trip to Italy movies, sequels to the BBC's The Trip to TV series, right?
That's where you're wrong. That's where you're wrong.
Steve Coogan's pretty great.
Yeah, I want to say his. I think between the two, I thought they were both good though.
Yeah.
Orlando Garcia, thank you for the 100 bits. And the world can start with John Malkovich hijacking the gummy ship.
Nice.
Welcome to Mouse Air. I don't know.
Donald, would you like to hear about my penal lore?
Anu, thank you for the 50 bits. Since the new cast for the new Mario movie has been crushed to cinder, what's your review on tie-dye old cast on... Sorry, I'm trying to figure this out. What's your view on, the old cast on the old Mario movies? You know, the one with Mario and Luigi Mario?
I actually really
Bob Hoskins was perfect. I like Leguizamo. I thought was fine. I mean, I would have thought, somebody more his like Bob Hoskins' age, but with what they went with, I mean, I just love John Leguizamo, and like
Oh, and then the
knowing
woman
the
who,
two were so drunk on that set just makes me laugh.
real quick, the woman who played Daisy, she's on Billions now, and she's great. She's a really good actress on that show.
Yeah. She was fine in the movie.
Yeah.
I didn't have a problem with her.
Shadow the Hedgehog, thank you for the 100 bits. Do you think Kevin Smith would have been better at directing Avatar cartoon sequels than the He-Man reboot? Since I think it would fit his vision and the way Avatar has shaped, whereas He-Man didn't quite fit.
Oh, I don't think he directed them. I think he wrote them and
I
produced
think he
them.
wrote them.
And
Maybe,
I
but
don't know.
seems like He-Man's his wheelhouse. Like I think he had kind of had a
that is
passion
kinda
for it.
true. Yeah.
Whether you agree with the direction he took or not,
Yeah.
but I feel like it was important to him. So
And again, I really didn't hate this show. I think there's too much good in it to be like, this is the worst, but I don't think it came together.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. What are your thoughts on the upcoming Peacemaker show on HBO Max? Are you excited for it? I mean, I think it could be fun. Peacemaker was really fun in the new Suicide Squad movie, so...
Yeah, anything from that movie, I'm very okay with.
New Saw, thank you so much for that subscription. Welcome, appreciate that. Danny R, thank you for the 50 bits. Which accent is worse, Hugh Laurie's American accent or Tom Cruise's Irish accent?
Oh,
Tom
Cruise.
Cruise
Yeah,
easily.
no.
I'll totally give Hugh Laurie that. It's way better than Cruise's Irish
Yeah.
accent.
Because there's a lot of people that don't know Hugh Laurie was British. Everyone knows Tom Cruise is not Irish.
Yeah.
Fish, thank you for the 50 bits. Have you guys seen Mike Tyson Mysteries? It's worth it if you haven't. Norm Macdonald is an absolute show stealer in it.
That's what I hear. I haven't seen it,
Yeah.
but I've heard that a lot, and I should check it out.
Orlando Garcia, thank you for the 100 bits. Hey, Heather, you know what would be funny? If somebody donated bits, but the message they left was just the entire Gettysburg Address, meaning you'd have to recite the entire Gettysburg Address. I
went
mean,
half.
honestly, there is a limit on the characters for a reason, and I guess
So
if
you
you want to
couldn't.
spend 100 bits continuously for me to just go, huh, funny, then I guess live your dream. Birdsey, thank you for the 50 bits. Greatest NC review ever. Doug Walker, Bruce Campbell, and Nicolas Cage review Cage and Campbell's movie. Who cares what the movie title is?
I would agree.
Yeah, I'll be all for that.
I gotta disagree with you on that.
Orlando Garcia, thank you for the 100 bits. 7 years ago, our fathers brought forth funny bit. Kermit Wazowski. Thank you for the 50 bits. Rob, how's Ellie?
She's good. She is shedding like a mofo. I was not prepared, like, cause she's half corgi, half German Shepherd, and they got like both of those breeds have like a double coat. Oh my God, it's been like 2 weeks. We're just drowning in dog hair. So, but apart from that, she's just chipper.
New Saw, thank you for the 50 bits. Hey everyone, when it comes to the Mario movie, what music from the games, outside of the main theme, would you like to hear played during the film?
Oh, I think the castle, like some sort
It's not
of
the
like.
castle. That's like
yeah.
That's the underground, the warp zone.
Oh, you're right. Oh no, the castle. Yeah, okay. Either of those.
I want the ragtime of Mario 2. Damn it!
I would love to see a callback to Galaxy, because Galaxy has some really great music in it. Anu, thank you for the 50 bits. Since you're as good as at the home stretch in Kingdom Hearts 3, might be wise to have some snacks under the cutscenes, aka cut movies. And what beer do you think you're going to drink tomorrow, Doug?
I haven't. I was gonna drink it last time, but I got sick. Oh, where the hell is it? I can't find it in there right now. But it looked really good. Is it like Jackie O's, something like that? It's a weird name like that.
Cool.
The
find out tomorrow
Jackie
what it was.
Onassis beer? Finally.
Hewlett fan, thank you for the 150 bits. Doug, will you ever review modern Nickelodeon cartoons like Loud House and Henry Danger? In fact, why not do a Nickorama marathon viewing all 2010s Nick cartoons?
I don't have the time. Shows take a lot longer to do. I mean, even doing them for Disney December is very tricky. So, yeah, it's just a time thing.
DCL Coda, thank you for the 50 bits. In regards to a Doug confession from last week, it's okay, Doug. All of us musical fans have watched a slime tutorial, wink wink, once or twice. I saw Hunchback slime tutorial too.
Yeah, I mean, that was the only way I could see it because it was just gone by the time I even found out it existed.
Big Slew, thank you for the 100 bits. Not a question, just wanted to let you know you're all awesome. Been a longtime viewer since the Pokemon movie review way back when. Constant laughs, nostalgia, a fun little story. My brother once recorded Doug's voice when he reviewed Little Nemo and did the Morpheus skit from The Matrix when he says, "Machines!" It honestly used to shit me up. This was his text tone, but would always bring a smile to my face after the slight skip in heartbeats. Keep up the good work, everybody.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. Yeah, I do remember that. Machines.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. If you did a skit review of the new Suicide Squad movie, who would you cast as the 7 main characters? Harley, Bloodsport, Ratcatcher, Peacemaker, King Shark, Flag, and Polka Dot Man.
Oh, I'd be King Shark. I can tell you right away.
I mean, Ayana, I think would have to be Harley because she was Harley already. Yeah, Heather would be Ratcatcher too. Right?
Yeah,
That was her
Ratcatcher
name?
too.
And the rest would all be me. I don't know.
I feel like Walter would make a good Polka Dot Man for some reason.
Yeah, me too, actually.
Burnsy, thank you for the 50 bits. Question from Apple Pie. One question, if you can go back to the old reviews and could change one of them, what would it be and why? You guys have no idea how you make so many happy, including myself. All of us NC fans are proud of how far you've come. There are no favorites. We love each and every one of you.
I wouldn't have done that review of Schindler's List.
Yeah, I don't know what we were thinking. I'm pretty sure we were drunk.
I don't know. I mean, the problem is if you fuck up and you fail, like, those
You
are
learn.
lessons to be learned.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if there is one that I'm just be like, yeah, no, we mustn't, because then we would just make the same fucking mistake some other time.
Yeah, we'll just make it another time. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm on the same boat, and I like to experiment. I like to try different stuff. I like to gamble with some reviews, but it is a gamble. Sometimes you're going to lose, and that's how you figure out, okay, don't do that again. Or this worked, do that again.
Lime Peel, thank you for the 50 bits. We've all had a great time tonight, but that doesn't mean we should forget about that guy at the end of Teen Wolf who had his dick out.
All right.
True.
Adam Grunter, thank you for the 50 bits. Do you think Doom Patrol would ever survive as a show if Brendan Fraser left his cliff?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
because the other characters are so good. It's not built on Cliff only. It would be a loss. I mean, I would be upset. I would cry,
Yeah.
maybe even, but definitely it would. You could still do the show.
Yeah.
Fish, thank you for the 50 bits. Hey, Doug, you should check out this YouTuber called Steve Reviews. He basically does what you do with Dark Toons, but with animated movies. I'd recommend his Leafy video in particular, since the history and story of that movie is fascinating.
All right. I don't think I've heard of that movie. I will try to check it out.
Anu, thank you for the 50 bits. So, bad news, HBO Nordic is soon going down. Great news, HBO Max is going to go global. What's your view on that?
Which one's HBO Nordic?
Nordic.
I
don't
have
know
no idea. Maybe they meant HBO Now. Maybe it was a.
Oh,
Are they-
maybe. Yeah.
Are they investing? Are we starting Viking raids? Is HBO gonna pillage?
I mean, I love HBO Max, so I'm down for that.
TCL Coda, thank you for the 50 bits. In case you're interested, there is a 2014 Christmas special called Elf Buddy's Musical Christmas that is a stop-motion TV adaptation of Elf the Musical based on the Will Ferrell movie. You bet your ass it's real. Possible Christmas review in the future?
I'm just curious to see it, honestly,
Yeah.
just to see what they do with it.
New Saw, thank you for the 50 bits. I think Homer gets stupider every year.
That's not a question.
That's a statement.
Sailor Aaron, thank you for the 100 bits. I'll bring out my Seagram's Escape Calypso Colada for tomorrow night. It tastes just like a pina colada, which is my favorite drink, and it's the same blue as sea salt ice cream. Anyway, thank you guys for being such awesome people. Have a good night and see you tomorrow for Kingdom Hearts.
Thank you for the kind
Nice.
words.
Anu, thank you for the 50 bits. Not a question, more like an old show host. As in, you get a hug. Oh, as in, you get a hug, you get a hug, you get a hug. Everybody gets a hug.
Right back to
Look, look under your seats. What is it? Another hug.
And with 3 minutes to spare. Oh my god, I really didn't think you were going to make it for a minute there. Okay, let's look at a couple of these highlighted messages. Ray Sparks says, "Hello, big fan. I started watching when Nostalgia Critic began. What is one of the reviews you regret making the most? Thank you for entertaining us 16 years."
Wait, didn't we answer that?
Yeah, I guess I'll say this. If something doesn't work and I bring in a lot of people to it, then I feel like a Hollywood director because it's like, all under my control. It's like, no, you're all gonna look great. It's gonna be great. And then when it doesn't, you're like, oh no, because it isn't just you. If I fail, that's fine. If I have other people under the belt, it's like, oh. So I feel bad when something does really bad and other people are involved.
J-Star Otaku says, hey, awesome channel awesome. Suggestion for Dark Toons. My Little Pony episode, Stairmaster. A pony gets turned to stone.
I feel like that happens a lot in cartoons. Is that really unique? Maybe I'll check it out.
Lord R. Wolfen says, would you ever add the commercial for the game Conker's Bad Fur Day in the commercial specials this year? It involves a prostitute getting horny for a squirrel, and yes, that was shown on TV.
Ooh, I'll look into it. Ooh.
Wait, I feel like I've seen that somewhere.
Have you?
I think I have.
I don't know. It was, yeah.
Bernsey, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug, would you ever review the movie Firefox? Clint Eastwood as a cold warrior.
I don't think I've heard of that one. I'll try to check it out.
Psychotic Yoshi, thank you for the 50 bits. Have you seen James Mangold's Ford v Ferrari? If you have, what did you think of it?
No, I heard it's good too. I gotta check that out.
It just left HBO Max too.
What?
It just left because I watched it because it left in like September. So I was like,
good?
I enjoyed it, but I just love Christian Bale. So, R Red says, Doug, this Nostalgiaween, is there going to be a nostalgia critic for Alvin and the Chipmunks Meet Frankenstein and or Alvin and the Chipmunks Meet the Wolfman?
You know, that's another one I had on the list, and I don't know if I'm going to do it because it is one of those things where it's like, now I'm changing it up where I'm kind of doing stuff I have more of a passion to talk about. I don't have much of a passion to talk about the Chipmunks Meet the Wolfman, but I don't know. Maybe one day when I'm just like, I give it a watch.
Orlando Garcia says, so Doug, Rob, who's the Frasier and who's the Niles between you?
Oh, Doug is the Niles.
Yeah, no, there was never any debate about that.
DCL Coda says, random add-on to the Elf special. Ed Asner came back to play Santa.
Oh, neat.
That's very cool. Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. One suggestion for Dark Toons is the SpongeBob episode Born Again Krabs. Mr. Krabs dies after eating a decade-old patty and has to be generous to stay alive or go to Davy Jones' locker. In the end, he just trades SpongeBob instead when 62 cents is offered for his soul to sweeten the deal.
Oh, that sounds pretty funny. What was it again? It was
Born Again Krabs. Born Again Krabs.
Okay, that sounds pretty funny.
Yeah. And I think this will be the last one. Whiplash says, I can't stay long, so I got a question for Doug. You mentioned in the NC review of Thomas and the Magic Railroad that you haven't seen the show and probably never would, but if you're a fan of George Carlin, I would actually highly recommend the show. The first 4 seasons of the American dub were narrated by him.
Oh, and I believe you, and I'm sure it's very well done. I just don't have the time. It's not because, it looks like crap. It's like, no, I'm sure it's very good. I just don't have time to watch it, sadly. But thank you for the recommendation.
All right, and I think that's going to be it for us today.
Alrighty.
Thank you all so much for hanging out with us. We super appreciate it. I'm glad that my internet cooperated today and Doug was here, so thank you all so much for being here.
Thanks, Doug.
Thank you, Heather. We couldn't do this without you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Anyway, like I always like to mention, we got content here 6 days a week, so come on back anytime. Hang out with us. Doug will be here tomorrow night playing Kingdom Hearts 3. On Monday, I'm still doing Metroid Mondays. We will have Tuesday streams this week, I think. I'm pretty sure, right? Yeah, great. I think so, yeah. So, yeah, it'll be great. It'll be fun. Come on back. Come hang out with us. Always appreciate seeing you here. We couldn't do it without you. Have a wonderful evening, and we'll see y'all later.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. See? Goodbye. Thanks for playing. Goodbye.